And now, another episode of Crit Camp Gaming.
Hello everyone, happy Monday. It is April 11th, 2022. Welcome back to the Best Camp on Twitch. I'm Lyle and that's Matt. And welcome back to Edge of the Earth, episode 10. This should be the final scenario in our Edge of the Earth campaign, which I'm very excited to get to. It's been a long, long road here, and we're very excited, very specifically, to see if our investments in a particular character in our team is going to pay off. So welcome to Scenario 4, The Heart of Madness, Part 2. I know it's really odd that we're on episode 10, but we're only on Scenario 4, but the way Edge of the Earth has been, there was parts 1, 2, and 3 for Scenario 1. There was a couple of Fatal Mirage ones, which were Scenario question mark, because you can choose to do them or not as you go through the campaign. And Heart of Madness had part 1, part 2. I think City of the Elder Things also had a part 1, part 2. So it's a very cool scenario or campaign, the way they put it together, because they gave you so many different directions that you could choose to go in. And welcome back to the Best Camp on Twitch. Reld, thank you so much for the resub. 58 months. And he says, I already got my spin. All right. I like it. Thank you so much for the resub, pal. All right. I'm going to... Hold on. I'm going to check my volume levels here really quickly. Okay. Matt, how have you been? How's your week?
I've been good, man. It's been a pretty good week. Both gaming wise and just life in general. I don't know about all you guys, but after the time change, I find myself getting a little bit more sun. Kind of boosts and elevates my mood.
Yes.
Get out, walk a little bit more. So it just feels good, man. It feels good to see the world not dark all the time, given how it normally is with the time change for me. Sometimes with my more nocturnal habits, let's say.
No, absolutely. Dude, I'm feeling it as well. Just the idea of spring and warm weather has completely changed my mood. And also, my Japanese maples are blooming. My cherry blossom has come and gone.
Nice.
Everything's becoming green and lush. It just feels great. So I'm really pumped about that. But there is something that I was really pumped about that we did last Wednesday.
Yep.
That I didn't get a chance to talk to you about, do a little post-mortem. Chris and I mentioned it when we were playing Zombicide on Thursday, so if you guys missed the discussion that Chris and I had, basically we were given the opportunity, me, Chris, Matt, and a couple of Matt's friends, Dylan and Justin?
Justin.
Yep. Justin, we were all given a chance to demo Dead by Daylight with Brad Talton Jr. from Level 99 Games. This game is currently on Kickstarter right now. And we were able to demo that game, and we had a ton of fun. I had a lot of fun. And I wanted to ask you, Matt, how you felt about everything, and also to ask you how that second game went, because Chris and I had to duck out because Chris is on Eastern time, I was on Central time, and I was so tired. But the rest of the guys were able to play a second game, and part of me was I remember lying down and being the Discord call's still going. I could just jump back in. But I didn't. I was I'm already in bed.
Yeah.
But Matt, yeah, what did you think about Dead by Daylight?
So I thought it was really cool, man. I ended up going and talking to the boys about it some more. So our first game, I got to play the killer against the four of you guys, and I picked the nurse. And playing it, there's something that really stuck with me about the game, and that stuck with me both, especially in our first game, as well as somewhat in the second. And to be honest, the second game didn't go as well. I had some really bad RNG. The map was a little different, and
Okay.
Dylan played the oh my god, I can't remember what his subtitle is. He's the the greasy-haired prospector with the gun that has the hook on the end, and he'll reel you in. And I like Deadeye or something.
Okay. I'm not
but
sure.
he has this passive ability that lets him auto kick generators as a free action. So if he comes in and kicks a generator, he just gets to do something else. And so we were playing that, and it was a rough mission that time. But it's cool because what it showed me, and kind of commenting on the game, is the killers and the survivors are all really different.
Yeah.
Something Brad pointed out to us that's different than the actual real game is that every character, both killer and survivor, has the first perk on their board is uniquely theirs.
Yeah.
So even if you play the other modes where you get random perks, you pick what you want to cover, so you can cover your unique perk or not. And I like that a lot, because that was one of the things in Dead by Daylight that always didn't sit well with me, is the fact that especially survivors just felt like skins, because you could just unlock every perk.
Yeah.
This is cool. And it leads me, I think, to like one of my favorite comments about the game. It's something I was talking to Brad about, and I was really trying to encapsulate it in the quote we put.
Yeah.
And so the thing I really want to say about the game that I really appreciate, and I appreciate it the most because of watching a relatively recent review of like the Darkest Dungeon game. And where I'm going with this is that I saw Darkest Dungeon, the board game. I love the Darkest Dungeon, the video game. But when I watch a board game, it felt like they were trying to make it too much like the video game, and it became like bloated with these things that in the video game, the machine would do behind the scenes.
Okay.
What I thought was so amazing about Dead by Daylight is that it was really true to the game. The characters, they felt unique. It felt like you were doing what you do in the video game, but it hit this really good sweet spot between staying true to it, but without putting this like unnecessary bloat in it where it was like, well, we got to be hyper accurate to the game. And it struck this great chord where it was like, this feels like a board game that's based on a video game, as opposed to a video game they tried to like shoehorn into a board game.
Yes.
As I've seen happen some other times. So I love that about the game. The speed seems like it's going to be really snappy, really quick. The value in that box, especially the bigger box, the one that comes with like 17 players and all the survivors, is
totally
nuts.
Chris and I talked about this on Thursday, that it's like you can get in on the base pledge, which gives you, I think, like 5 and 5 or 4 and 4, 4 survivors, 4 killers. But to get all in and get everything for $99, and it's not sort of nickel and diming you for a pack here, add a pack here, wait for a stretch goal here, all that kind of stuff. It's you're right, exactly. The value is crazy. I love all that stuff that you're saying, because if people aren't familiar, like I don't know the IP. I never played the video game Dead by Daylight, right? So me going in to playing the board game, like, and not knowing the IP, just knowing about the IP, like in general, right? I wasn't even looking at it through that lens. And what I wanted to say about the game was, I thought it was very well balanced. I really liked this whole, the players take a turn, the killers take a turn, and it just felt neck and neck always. Yeah. And it's always like, you felt like you went just far enough, but you didn't go far enough because the killer could still possibly get you. Like, and I like that push and pull of it, where it was like every turn felt like, this is an important thing. Like, I need to get the most out of my stuff. And the thing I like about Brad's games, because I had just recently played Exceed, was that like there's not many decisions that you have to make when you're thinking about like a player's turn. You have 3 perks and a movement card. Like, that's it, right? So and you don't even have to use your perk. So sometimes you're only making one decision, which is just like your movement card and what you're going to interact with when you get there. But what the fun part is, it's like, you think you have limited options, but it's actually like this whole web of options, because now you're planning between 4 people on the same turn, and you're hoping people are going to do the things that you think you need to do so that you can gang up on a generator, or combo your abilities in a way to save somebody and run away, or do something really cool, right? And so sometimes it's like your teammates with you on the same wavelength, sometimes they're not. It's funny either way. I liked all of that kind of stuff, where it's just like, it's approachable because there's not many decisions you need to make, but the more you play the game, you're like, oh, each of these decisions is actually like very valuable, and could change the course of that entire turn. And so the decisions felt impactful. And when you were using your perks, particularly like your unique perk, it felt like I was changing a state of things. Yeah. And I like that, the way that like you can be like, I have this character that does something to help my team, and then you do it, and you're like, that, and you can see it immediately. It's like, that helped. And then same thing with the killer. It's like the killer has these perks that they proc, and suddenly you're like, oh my god, is that the most OP skill ever? It's like, it's not. It's balanced, but like it in the flow of the game, it feels that way, it just felt good. It just felt really, really good, and I definitely wanted to get more plays in on it if the timing was right. So yeah. What else did Dylan and Justin say about it?
They're really excited. I mean, we're definitely picking it up for our gaming group, and it's one of the things that I think we as a group don't have right now a regular one versus many game to play. But it's a style of game that we do like, and I think that we all enjoy this IP. And in addition to the IP, just the way that this played out, like from all the things I was saying there, overall they seem to really like it too, and we're looking forward to actually being able to have like the physical components in our hands, because it's cool being able to play like remotely, but it's totally different being able to like actually play with like a physical copy there with everyone. So everyone seems really pumped about it. We're all really excited.
And speaking of like tactile feeling and all this game, guys, you don't understand. Like there are these like little cardboard little hooks that are on the game, and basically the killer's trying to catch you, wound you, and sacrifice you up to these hooks. And I think Brad told us that there's going to be like little minis that like you can hook the minis up on hooks, which is pretty awesome, actually. That's pretty great. Could you imagine just like playing and something? I'm hooking you, like.
Yep. I can't wait, man. You can kind of see it in on the Kickstarter that they have like some pictures of it, and like somebody like hanging up on the hook because they have those like dents in their back, the slots to put the hook on, and it's going to be cool to actually like hook the survivor on it.
Yeah, no, I think that is like so cool. Yeah, Evil Ed in chat saying minis on a hook winning. Yeah, dude, It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be sweet, man.
Awesome. So I know that this is not we're playing Arkham Horror LCG. This is not a Dead by Daylight stream, but this is just something that happened to us last week that we got really excited about. And it's on Kickstarter now, everybody. So if you want to support our buddy Brad from Level 99 Games, I think he was the lead designer on this, and it really felt like it was a passion project for him, his team, and also the developer of Dead by Daylight. It sounds like it was a really, really great collaboration, and everybody's really excited about it. So yeah, get in on it if you like the IP and you like these sort of games that's one versus many. I personally don't have that many games under my belt like that. The only other one I really remember is, we used to play the others way back in the day, Matt.
Yep,
that was like me and Chris versus you. If you wanted to go way, way back, it's almost like Hero Quest, but that's a little different kind of a game.
Descent's like the big one that I think like, especially not the most recent Descent, because that one you actually can't play 1 versus 4. That one's like the computer-controlled AI versus players. But the last edition, which I think was 3rd edition, I want to say, was like what they had learned in culmination from version 1, version 2, and finally to version 3. That was one of my favorite games for one versus many. And if you're also looking for another one, depending upon how you feel about the IP, Star Wars. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's the Star Wars version kind of Descent, where it's one versus many. One person can play like the bad guys, the Empire, and the other one, the other 2, 3, 4 players end up playing like the good guys, and it works the same way as Descent. Imperial Assault, that's what it's called.
Okay.
Those two are great if you are interested in those kinds of games. And what they did is something like Dead by Daylight requires you to play 4 heroes and a villain. So even if you're playing 3-player, then 2 players would play 2 characters each, with one person playing. You know what I mean? Descent and Imperial Assault, you could adapt. It could be 2, 3, or 4 versus the 1. So if you're into that kind of a game, take a look at them. Go watch some videos. I mean, they're fun. Like, as long as your group is into that kind of thing and kind of maybe rotating who the dungeon master is, it's cool stuff.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool. I mean, the fact that I personally don't have a one versus many in my collection here. Again, the usual Crit Camp collection goes to Chris because he does the production stuff on his end. But so I'm very sort of much more choosy about things that I put in my closet. And so I was looking at my collection and I'm like, I don't have a one versus many game. And this would be a good one to add because I enjoyed the gameplay and it wasn't that difficult to teach, right? For us to like learn. And that helped too. And that's what my whole thing is about. Like, the decision making process. It's like when you boil it down, it's like you have like 1 or 2 decisions to make. They can be very, very meaningful decisions, right? But they're not that many, right? And then you can just see what goes. Like you just make your decision, see what happens, kind of thing. So Ceramic Shot in chat says, good takes on the Darkest Dungeon and Dead by Daylight board games. Nice hearing insightful game comments, both mechanics and themes. Oh, thanks, man. And Evil Ed said the original Mansions of Madness was great. Was a great one versus many.
Yes, good point. I forget that was like originally how it was designed, and it was, and that was a cool game. I had that one at one point. That is a cool one, man. I agree.
Nice. So yeah, guys, check out the Kickstarter if you want to get in on that. If you're interested in that games like that, we are going to switch to the gameplay screen, I think, now. Sounds and good. Finally get into Arkham Horror, the last scenario here. So let me do that, and let me get some ambient audio in the background from tabletopaudio.com. It has been a long road, everybody. I'm not going to do a full recap because I kind of forgot what we've been through, but the sort of basis of Edge of the Earth is that we are exploring Antarctica. We have like a ragtag team of people, and in the first 3 scenarios, like we were just sort of hunting for shelter. Things were attacking us. We lost a lot of good people very early. And then we went into the Mirage world and we were trying to get people to face their fears and get them resolute. So the last 3 people we have on our team, all 3 of them are resolute. We lost our only non-resolute person last scenario, which was Cookie. But we have Dr. Kensler, which is the one that we want to follow the story of. This is the one we've invested highly into. We also have Danforth, which is Professor Dyer's like assistant, and we have Elia, who is the sled dog man, which has been all these 3 have been really impactful for us. And yeah, we've been gaining more knowledge about what this miasma is and all these elder things are and all that kind of stuff. We've been through caverns, and in Heart of Madness Part 2, it's the same style map of Heart of Madness Part 1. We have 5 spokes of the wheel and 3 rings. Everything in a ring is connected. Everything in a spoke is connected as far as adjacencies are concerned. And yeah, Matt, you want to talk about this crazy upgrade you did?
Sure.
Before we start.
So I was looking at my XP, right? And I was like 1 off of getting a second hammer, which I really wanted. But so I took this upgrade. I've taken this in one campaign we've done in person. It is an upgrade that's exclusively in the Return to Circle Undone box. So I'm taking it for a couple reasons. One is we're planning on doing an Iron Man of this campaign here in a couple weeks. So we're gonna do a little Arkham retreat and play all the way through it. And nice. Second, I just really like it. I'm not sure how good it is, but as you can see here, you go and you take the tarot deck that comes specifically in the Return to box. You shuffle it up, you draw 3, and normally when you're doing a mission, your whole team benefits from one, and your whole team suffers from another. In this case, I'm going to draw 3, pick one that only I benefit from, and it could be not so great. It could be awesome. It's been a while since I messed with it, so I can't remember exactly what they all are. So we'll see.
I'm excited about this. So would you like to draw 3 and select one now?
Sure, let's do it. I'll throw them down here. I can throw them on the table.
Oh my god! Yeah, I've never seen any of these, dude.
So they have if they're inverted, they're on the sad side, and if they're right side up, they're on the good side. And right now, I'm seeing the Hermit looking. So look, in this case, right, either book or foot. Hey, those aren't that hot for me. I could have missed, but.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Hermit's ability right there, increasing my starting hand size by 3, is really good for a mulligan.
Dude, that's amazing because it's like more chances to get the hammer, more chances to get arcane spells. There's just like so many things that especially in the beginning, you end up digging for.
Yep. So that's definitely what I'm going to take, and I'll slap it over here next to my deck. I'll put it under the Observed, I guess.
Yep.
And then these other 2 would just go back into the deck. And the thing that's really cool about this tarot deck, just to let you guys know, right? So what if you get just the Circle Undone box, they tell you instead of going and having you random, they actually have a set of tarot cards that you play the adventure with. But they have this whole thing in the box itself that explains if you want to go through a campaign with them, how to basically add even more replayability to a campaign by doing like a tarot reading at the very beginning of the campaign, and you have I think it's like 3 good and 4 bad because it's Arkham, so of course it's a little bit worse for you than it is good.
Yeah.
Like pair a tarot card with each mission, and I think you like, if I remember right, you know what they all are at the beginning. You do your tarot reading at the beginning of the campaign, and then you know what the tarot cards you're going to have for each mission are, so you can kind of like prepare to counter them or benefit off of them. So it's a cool idea.
That is a very cool idea. I like that. It's just like it's like another level of things that you need to consider.
Yep.
I love it. On my end, I'm not going to show it to you guys, but I just got another Adrian's or Adrienne. I always forget her name. Is like the Twine. Yeah. Yeah. I got the Twine. So I only had 1 copy. It's there so that I can have infinite Aeon's charts. I only had 1 copy. Now I have 2. I dropped the manual dexterity, so now I have 10 skills in my deck instead of 11, which is still enough for my ancestral knowledge. So these are my ancestral knowledge 5 random ones I got pulled out of my deck. These are that.
Oh, wow. I actually misread this tarot card. It's my maximum hand size by 3. It doesn't actually. It's not my starting hand size.
Oh, it's your max hand size. Well,
no, I don't think that actually helps me.
Yeah, that's different, man.
Let me see how it's worded. Actually, let me see how it's worded at the start of the game. I actually don't know if it says draw
to your max hand size.
Or draw to max hand size.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to look up the setup. That's actually something that I'm glad I caught before I just started ripping and playing with it as though everything was fine.
I know. People in the YouTube comments have been like, "That's not how that works."
Yep. I would have messed it up. Let me see if I can find the setup in here. I don't remember if it's under setup or not. Anyway,
I feel like it'd probably be under setup, or mulligans, or
yeah. Well, like I think actually, now that you mentioned that, I think it would be. I think there is a setting up the game section right here. Your opening hands. Each player draws 5 cards. So
it just says draws 5.
Yep. So actually, then I think I'm gonna go back and take the one that gives me plus to my foot tests.
Yep.
In this case, it wasn't so nutty. I'm trying to figure out which one that was again. The name of it. But hey, maybe it'll help me out with some evades.
Listen, a stat bump is a stat bump. It's always good.
And so the way this works is it's only the first foot test each round. So it is the first one. It doesn't have to be your first test, but your first test with that skill.
Got it. Okay.
That's what I have to try to remember.
All right. Cool. Let me read this. The beginning of the scenario, everybody. Whoa. My tabletop sim got a little weird. Okay, Heart of Madness Part 2, Intro 1. The facility is even older and stranger, beyond the threshold of an ancient gateway. Who knows how many eons this place has slept undisturbed while the Earth changed and developed on the other side. Perhaps it would have remained so forever had the site not been disturbed, but it's too late to change the past. All you can do now is work to prevent a terrible future. Dim luminescence fills the eerie halls, powered by some form of advanced energy like electricity. Behind you, a kaleidoscopic wall of miasma stitches itself together to block your escape. You are trapped here, perhaps forever. A web of expansive halls extends outward from the gateway, carved from the smooth stone and covered in ancient murals and alien hieroglyphs. The air here feels thinner. The light bends and oscillates, distorting your vision like an optical illusion. Is this reality or mirage? Your party studies the murals along the walls for many hours. They depict an ancient, unfamiliar history, an alternate history of Earth, a very different history than any of you could have possibly imagined. Check the campaign log. Oh, baby. If Dr. Kensler is still alive and Dr. Kensler understands the true nature of miasma, which I believe she does. Can you check, Matt?
Yep.
Okay. Proceed to Intro 2. Okay. It's already paying off. As far as I'm concerned, it's already paying off. Intro 2. Dr. Kensler explains everything as she studies the ancient murals. The Elder Things were travelers, colonizers. They came to Earth over 1 billion years ago, she says, citing Professor Dyer's own notes. But they were not the first ones here. This place, all of this, it was ancient even then. She runs her hands along the mural as she explains what she has learned, but is not an entity trapped within. You ask what she means, alarmed by this new understanding. She turns to face you, her eyes aflame with inspiration. I had been studying their physiology, attempting to discern how they could exist the way they do, without shape, without matter, without state. But I was going about it all wrong. One cannot study the biology of something inorganic. See, it is not a creature, not truly. It is more akin to, she hesitates, attempting to find the right words, it is an alternate dimension, another reality, superimposed on ours, a sentient microcosm of all that is, not composed of organic life, but a mockery of it. This newfound understanding of the phantasms you have encountered and the mirages you have seen put everything into context. They were not monsters you were slaying, they were figments of a false reality, one that may yet come to pass. You ask Dr. Kensler if there's any hope to stop such a force from escaping. It is not a living thing, it cannot be killed, only contained. The Elder Things facility held 5 pylons that used its essence to power their civilization. But after this long, I can't imagine they still function. But perhaps, she trails off, formulating a plan. Finally, her eyes widen with realization. I know what must be done. I know how to stop it. You must find these pylons and destroy them. Doing so will bring the entire compound down. In the meantime, she hefts her backpack off her shoulder, dropping it to the ground. I must be off now. There's no time to spare. You object to her sudden departure. Whoa. Wait, what's going on? But her mind is made up. She backs away, giving one last lingering glance at her companions before sprinting away. You hope she knows what she's doing for all your sakes. Wait, in your campaign log, record Dr. Kensler has a plan. And Dr. Kensler cannot be chosen to accompany investigator in this game. Okay. Which is, we wanted Matt to use Dr. Kensler so that she's not with us. I guess it paid off. Like, we followed her story.
Honestly, I mean, part of the reason I was taking her is I wanted to finish her story off, but it sounds like she's going to go do that on her own. Yeah. So, kind of happy to have Elia.
That's true. So now you get to play with somebody else, and we still get her story. Sweet.
That gives me a base skill 7 test to evade, too, with my tarot card on my first evade action.
That's great. All right, then we proceed to set up, which we've done. We've now chosen our people. I'm using a Resolute Danforth. We just saw that Matt is using a Resolute Elia. I'm going to do the agenda and the act, and then we'll draw our opening hands. Agenda 4A, the seal weakens with a 3 doom threshold. Miasma has completely consumed this part of the facility. The walls and ceiling drip with polychromatic ooze, polar mist swirls throughout the halls, and the air shimmers with the insubstantial quality of a mirage. What manner of power is this, and how can you possibly hope to destroy it? And Act 3A, collapse the pylons. 5 pylons hold this facility together. Your only hope is to destroy them and everything else. Each revealed missed pylon can be attacked as if it were an enemy. Its fight value is equal to its shroud value, and its health is equal to its clue value. While it has no health remaining, it is collapsed, but it remains in play. Reaction: when you discover 1 or more clues at a missed pylon, spend those clues, deal that much damage to the missed pylon. Okay, cool. At the end of the round, if each missed pylon is collapsed, advance this act. I just want to make a note, everybody. We're starting with Agenda 4A and Act 3A because we're on Part 2, and that's what it says in the setup, because we had done Part 1, which was Acts 1 and 2. So it looks like we have to find the missed pylons and attack them until they're destroyed to collapse the whole thing. There are 5 missed pylon locations. Here's one. Here's another. Here's another. Here's another, and here's another. The rest of them are ancient facilities, so there's one on each spoke. And we just have to go there, reveal them, see what their health values are, and kill them.
And we can't enter them without spending 2 clues. We're going to have to pick up some clues on the way.
Oh yeah, as an additional cost to enter Miss Pylon, investigators at your location must spend 2 clues as a group. Okay, so we need to get clues to enter them, and I can use clues, or you can use clues to attack them, or you can just hit them with a hammer.
No, specifically, you can only use the clues you discover from them. That's
Oh,
important.
it's when you discover.
When you discover the clue, spend immediately to deal that much damage. So
Okay.
you have to keep that in mind.
Okay, that's good to know because I would have completely forgot that. Let us resolve our opening hands. I don't need 2 things of twine. How about that? I don't need this. Do I keep a twine? I don't keep a twine. I need other things.
Wow. Okay.
I should have kept the twine. Okay.
I'm definitely keeping safeguard. I'm keeping, I think, well prepared. The issue here is David Renfield on a starting 3 Doom Threshold mission.
Yeah.
Is not
a little
so
sketchy, man.
So I'm gonna pitch him, put these other 3 back, because Bandolier isn't good unless I have.
And you already have your on the trail from your stick to the pan.
Back. Let's see if I can rip something else. Okay. Okay, that gives me some variety. The green soapstone in particular could end up being nice. We need extra damage, and I just have to hope then that I get a good prepared for the worst. Maybe I'll find my hammer this mission. I've missed the last couple.
Yeah. Well, no, I think you're gonna find your hammer because I finally found an Eon's chart early.
That's good news. That's good news. Okay. Well, then we'll see. I would love for that to happen. Okay. Well then, yeah. Are we ready to go?
I think we're ready to go. Probably doing some setup here. But I probably will move once. Is
the thing?
Yeah, because I'm gonna play an Eon's chart, so I think I'm probably gonna move once to. So if you want to follow me, you can go first.
I want to see, because if I get the hammer, I could potentially use a buck for me if you don't mind giving it up. But I also know that your deck is money hungry early on in particular. So first action, I'm gonna play prepared for the worst.
Okay.
And let's see if I can find the hammer.
I have a good feeling about this one.
I like that. Instead, I hit literally nothing.
You hit nothing. Okay, but at least you're not going to get possessed right away.
Okay, oops. This is going to be
It's going to be one of those games. No jug and pole either.
Oh boy. All right. Okay. Well, wow, this is going to be... So what's interesting about this now, right?
Yeah.
Is if I try to empty my hand, I can always break my discipline to try to draw some cards up. Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do right now, and I'm only doing this, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna get my safeguard down, but before I do, I just want to see what else I draw, because
absolutely.
This way I can follow you around and keep looking for a weapon. So I'm gonna rip a card. Enchant weapon is a funny draw right now.
That's a really funny draw, dude.
I think action 2, I'm actually going to play Safeguard. Or action 3, because my first action will stick to the plan. So this is what I'm doing for now, and this is going to be my world. Luckily, I have a Spectral Razor at least to start, but that will be what I'm going for right now.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to play a lockpicks, play an Eon's chart, do a move investigate, and then I'll see what I want to do with my third action.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a lockpicks, play a chart.
Did you mention to people the seals thing?
Oh no, I didn't mention the seals. So thanks, Matt. So the reason why we are starting with seals on our player cards was these are the 2 activated seals that we were able to place on the door at the end of Heart of Madness Part 1. In the setup, they said that each person gets an activated seal, basically to carry. And then for each sort of dormant seal that we were holding at the end of the last scenario, but we weren't able to activate and put on the door, one of us gets them. And so we decided to just put it on me since I have a lot of movement. We'll see what happens with that.
Yep.
Okay, we are going to exhaust the chart and spend a charge to move and investigate. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to also fast action just draw a random skill. And we're going to move and investigate. Where do you want to start going first? Do you want to start moving north to this mist pylon?
Sure. Oh wait, shouldn't this already be revealed here though?
Oh, this should be revealed. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
We're at the Hall of the Sunless Sea, 3 shroud, 2 clue. If you control the Trident seal, investigators at the Hall of Sun Sea may spend 2 clues and discard 4 cards from their hands as a group to activate that seal. The seals that we have on our cards are the only seals that are in this game right now because the rest of the seals were removed in the setup. So this is just a place to get clues, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna move north, I think.
Yep. Activating safeguard.
And then I'll be able to investigate here. 3 shroud, 2 clue, fast action, choose another vaulted corridor, test foot X. X is the number of locations from that other one. If you succeed, you can move there, limit once per round. And I will do an investigate here. Can I activate my lockpicks on this? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. All right, so lockpicks is going to add my foot. So I am a 9 to a 3, so I'm up 6. Okay. -4. So I get a clue.
Nice, and you pass by 2, so you don't break them.
I don't break them. That was the big thing. And I have 1 action left, and I think I might. You don't need money right now because you don't have anything to really play, right?
Well, I do have Ever Vigilant, so like maybe like a single dollar in case I do find my hammer, just something wouldn't hurt if you are able to throw that at me. But again, I mean, I don't need it right this second, so unless you need it right this second, we don't have to curse the bag.
Yeah, I don't need it right this second. I almost want to just draw a card.
Okay.
Cool. But I can just draw a card from my ability. That's why I'm like trying to going back and forth.
Yeah.
But I'll just draw a card. Okay, cool. Now that's the end of my turn. I get to choose whether I want to do a card or a buck. I'll get a buck.
We should consider getting your Miasma Crystal out early too, potentially, because that card's actually really.
Oh yeah.
With that 4 in there.
Yeah. That's true.
But otherwise, upkeep, no enemies, no. Okay,
yep.
so upkeep it is.
Upkeep. We're gonna go 1 of 3 on Doom. We're gonna shuffle this encounter deck, and we're gonna do our first bad card of the night. Mine will be an Unsealed Phantasm, 5/5/4 monster, Edelin Shagath. The nearest mist pylon that is not collapsed, or your location if there are none in play. While the Unsealed Phantasm is ready and at a mist pylon, damage cannot be dealt to that mist pylon. At the end of the phase, if Unsealed Phantasm is ready, move it once toward the mist pylon nearest to it that's not collapsed. So he's just going to chill on that mist pylon that's right next to us, right?
Yep. Looks like it.
Awesome. Well, looks like we're not going there until you get online.
Well, I mean, okay, that just complicated things. I was going to say I do have Spectral Razor, but Dissonant Voices is going to prevent me from playing any assets or events this round.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's just not happening.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
sweet.
That is awkward. Now, I mean, I could come up there, and I mean, I can evade him with Elia if we wanted to. Or we can just look elsewhere and just keep getting clue, because we're gonna need at least 10 clue total to get into all 5 of these spots, right? So we can take our time.
We can take our time. We don't have to rush that particular mist pylon. Like, we can come back to that when it's more advantageous for us to be there.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you gonna do? Just like.
I mean, really, all I can really do is get money and draw cards, which, I mean, does potentially help me find my weapon. I could just spend my whole turn drawing cards, even if I'm going to overdraw. The point is, like, I need to find a weapon, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is probably an okay time to do it. Nothing's really happening to us. You can still move with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be too bad.
Let me spend at least a couple actions doing it. So I'll do them one at a time just to see if anything comes up. So action 1, draw a card. Discard a card at random from your hand. Put this in the bottom of the Technically deck. So this is actually phenomenal, right? Because you have Danforth online.
I do have Danforth online.
So first I have to discard a card at random from my hand, which...
Yep. And then I will activate Danforth.
Grab me a card.
Whoop. 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 What is that? Okay.
Okay. Not terrible, especially find the hammer.
Yep.
I can live with it.
All right. Now Danforth will let you draw 3 cards and discard each technically weakness.
That's so big. Big money, big money. Well, okay. So, each technically weakness. So, good news and bad news. The good news is I kind of drew a weapon. I drew an Azure Flame. Bad news is I drew Burden of Destiny. I am going to break something. You know what? The thing I'm gonna actually break here is, I think, Prescience of Fate, because there is a good chance that I'm not doing an ability for a while until I find some stuff. Doing a skill test, which is what it takes to unbreak it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then that goes away, and I still have 2 actions left.
Yep.
So action 2, draw a card. And action 3 is gonna be to get $1.
Okay.
I have a bunch of stuff to play now. Okay. You're go, and I'm gonna activate Safeguard during your turn.
Okay. You're right. I'm going to play my Miasmic Crystal just to get it out. And then I'm going to use Ancestral Knowledge, fast action, just gain a skill. Okay. Then I think I'm going to use my Aeon's Chart to move and investigate. We just have to figure out where we want to go. What about moving? We could move here. And then check out that Mist Pylon, maybe?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. And move over here with my Aeon's Chart fast action. It's another Vaulted Corridor. 3 Shroud, 2 Clue. And I will investigate with the Aeon's Chart. I will do the lockpicks.
I'm trying to decide if I want to throw you a card, because I'm gonna have to overpitch anyway.
Yeah.
This is my question, right? You think I should hold on to Draw into the Flame so I can still scoop up Clue while I'm waiting? Or do you want me to just throw this to you now? Like,
I want you to hold on to that.
Okay, then go for it.
All right, I'm going to throw in a deduction here. So I am a 9, 10, 11, 11 to 3, so I'm up 8.
Okay.
Minus 2, so I succeed by 6. I get 2 clues there.
Take them off. Perfect.
And my lockpicks don't break, which is the other important thing. So I played Miasmic Crystal. I did a free move investigate. I have 2 more actions left. Would you want to go see what this Mist Pylon's about?
Sure, I think so.
All right, second action will be to move here to this Mist Pylon. I'm going to pay 2 clues to enter it. And let's check it out. So Mist Pylon is 3 Shroud, 4 Clue, fast action. If you control the Fishhook seal, which I do, and is activated, you unleash the seal's power. Place the Fishhook seal on this Mist Pylon for the remainder of the game. Whenever an investigator at a Mist Pylon would be dealt 1 or more damage and horror, cancel 1 of that damage or horror. This is big.
That's so sick, dude. That was such a lucky first find.
Dude, I'm going to fast action throw my seal on here.
That's just awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Dude.
Okay, now we just have to remember it. So
yeah,
whenever somebody would take damage or horror, they just cancel 1 of it while you're at a pylon. Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
Dude, this is amazing.
Yep.
So I have 1 more action left. I'm shite at investigating right now at a 3 Shroud. I'm only up 1. So maybe now's the time I Faustian bargain and give you some cash too.
Yeah, I mean, I think giving some to yourself is obviously good. Both your eyes are expensive. I think giving like most to yourself. But if you want to throw like 1 to me, because basically, my next turn, what I would play is I would play Well Prepared for 1, Assured Flame for 2, and Holy Rosary for 1.
Yep.
All using Ever Vigilant. So that'd be $4.
Yep.
But but that means I won't have any money to play a weapon if I find it. So, yeah, if you want to throw 1 or 2 at me, that's great.
I will give you 2, and I'll give myself 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then we curse the bag twice.
We curse the bag twice, and I am 1-2 away from my starting location, so I will get a card and a buck.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay. Cool. So enemy phase, this guy would attempt to move towards the pylon, but he's already there.
Yep.
And then we go to upkeep.
And your dissonant voices, I think, goes away.
Correct. Cool. And actually, I do technically, so
so I can reaction when you draw a technically, I can spend a charge and cancel that if you want.
Thank God. I was about to lose safeguard if you don't do that.
Okay, yeah. So Miasmic Crystal will be exhausted. I will spend a charge. I don't even have to exhaust this, dude. I just spend a charge.
Dude,
Cancel the effects of the weakness, place it at the bottom of the technically deck, and draw a card.
I draw a card, or
you draw a card. Now I could also. Can I do a Danforth with that at the same time?
You can. Now here's the thing, though. First of all, I'm going to be discarding a lot of cards.
Oh,
Second,
okay.
I just drew another Burden of Destiny, so now I have to break another one of my things.
Oh my God.
Which will be. I'm actually going to break this one.
Yeah. We're not taking any damage right now, so.
Because I shouldn't be taking damage or horror right now, right?
Yeah.
This could be a huge mistake, though.
I know.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, man. Okay.
Do you want Danforth?
So if I take Danforth, what am I at right now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna have to discard 3 cards. But
That's a lot, yeah.
You know, I don't think I have to find my weapon right now because I will have an Azure Flame. Why don't we hold off on Danforth right now?
Yep.
And that way I don't have to like overdraw.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Wait, I don't know, man. Hold on. Maybe I do it. Because even though I'm pitching stuff, like I don't do anything without a weapon. I need to find a weapon.
Yeah.
And if I have to pitch something like a couple guts, drawn flame, you know what? No, let's do it. I need to find a weapon. I don't want to.
Okay. I'm spending a charge. You may draw 3 cards and discard any tech leads you get.
A 3. There is a weapon.
There it is.
I draw my 3rd Burden of Destiny.
Dude, you found all of them.
My final discipline. Okay, great. So, that was all during the upkeep phase. So now I have to discard down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You
6,
discard 2.
10. So I'm gonna pitch the. Well, now I kind of want the Azure Flame because I got the Dragon Pole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pitch one of these guts.
Yeah, definitely.
And I either go for like the Drawn to the Flame. I feel like I need the Spectral Razor because that works on these guys.
Yeah.
They're not okay.
Yeah.
I want the Azure Flame and the Dragon Pole because for obvious reasons.
Yep.
I don't think I have to have an On the Trail right now.
I think you can ditch the on trail because you have another one.
So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then that should be it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
1 guts, 1 on the trail. Okay. I can live with that.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna doom 2 out of 3. We're gonna do some bad cards.
Okay.
And mine's walk, walk, walk. Find a giant albino penguin. Move it to your location or place a doom on it. All right.
Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. I need to see about unbreaking these things. I need to be careful this turn because if I can not take damage and not take a skill test, I'll unbreak 2 of my disciplines.
Right.
So
he goes on us, right? He's just gonna walk,
Yep.
walk, walk.
Crypt Show. So I don't want to lose because I don't want to lose well prepared. So I'm gonna throw guts into this. So I'm currently only a 3, 4, 5. I think I might need to throw Drawn the Flame in here, dude.
Okay, that's fine, dude. That's fine.
Lose Safeguard. I'm almost tempted to throw Spectral Razor in. I really don't. Do you have any?
I can give you a question mark from my trusty bullwhip.
What about you, Hen? Oh, that one doesn't have mind. Crap.
I don't want to throw my logical reasoning at this.
I really. okay, if you don't want to throw logical reasoning, then I don't think you should throw the bullwhip, because I think the bullwhip could be really big.
So what? Wait, but where are you right now? You're at 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm at 6.
You're at 6 to 3.
Yeah. So that's everything but the Elder thing, but there's also 5 Frost tokens in the bag.
Right.
Man. I mean, I could throw my Holy Rosary in, like...
I think I'm going to throw you my bullwhip, dude.
Okay, that puts me up 4.
You know what? I have another... I'm gonna give you my logical reasoning. I'm gonna give you 2. That's it.
And let me check the math here, because that makes me
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it puts you up 5. So now you beat the Elder thing.
I'm up 4 because it's a test 4. I need to throw one more in. I think I do need to throw one more in here. Because I think I do want to be up 5 on this. And that's going to either have to be... It's either Holy Rosary or Spectral Razor. This is a tough choice. Or Green Soapstone, actually. But Green Soapstone is huge with Well Prepared.
Yeah, because you picked up the Dragon Pole, I think you could probably get rid of the Knife Hands.
Knife Hands, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have to. I don't like this, but Spectral...
I'm not thrilled about any of it, but Cryptil sucks.
You know, I could just lose the safeguard. The safeguard is so big, though, man.
It's literally changed our games. It's
okay. Then I'm going for... We are currently up 5. I picked a Spectral Razor. 1, 2, 3. I'm pitching Holy Rosary.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pitching that.
Okay.
Done.
Oh my God! Yes, success.
That was scary, man. I really didn't want to lose.
We really invested hard on that.
Yep. It's because this penguin is here right now, which the Razor works on, or that big enemy over there the Razor works on.
Yeah, you're right.
I did pass the test, so I also get guts. Draw a card.
Nice.
Balance of power. That's something. Okay. So
this test will not flip.
That one's not gonna flip for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is bad. Okay. So yeah. I would like to not take damage or horror this round, most importantly, but otherwise I'm okay. I think I'm just gonna play out some stuff, if that's okay, and then I can Razor this penguin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go with this. I'm going with this, okay? I'm gonna Ever Vigilant, okay?
Okay.
So I'm sorry, pay 1 or use this. So I'm gonna spend 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually gonna play out. I need to play this out because it adds the extra damage onto Dragon Pole.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
My second action is going to be to play a Green Soapstone.
Yep.
And that's primarily for Well Prepared.
Yeah.
And my last action is going to be to... So where I'm hesitating here, just so you know, if I can get myself down under 2 cards, this can unbreak, which would allow me to dig even deeper for the hammer.
Yeah.
So I could spend my last $2 right now to kill this penguin.
Yeah.
I know this is really good against this Unsealed Phantasm, but this could save us a lot of time. Do you plan on staying here this round?
The thing is, I'm in an awkward situation because I don't have like my allies or like my fingerprint kit, so like I'm only good for like 1 investigation.
Okay, then for the purposes of you being able to move around, do your ability, and look at things, my last action is going to be to play the Spectral Razor.
Okay.
That is what I'm doing based upon your situation. That's going to auto-engage this penguin.
Yep.
Now, my test isn't bananas because both of these are broken.
Yeah.
But I have to
You're a 7 to a 2 right now, I think.
Yeah. a well-prepared targeting green soapstone, which I put my charges on. And that will give me another 3. Because it's a fight test.
Yep.
So, boom.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
-2. It's all good. He's dead.
Okay. That is done. That's my turn. Sorry, that was a lot of think tanky.
Yep.
But we're good.
All right, dude. That was great. Okay. I'm going to fast action my ancestral knowledge. If I can see what I get here. Just hoping to pull like a deduction or something. All right. I have 3 actions in an Eon's chart. So I can basically move to this ancient facility. And then do a lockpick sort of test. Or I could do a lockpick test here and then do a damage here and then move. What do you think?
I think I think opening up locations that have and leaving like a clue there is extra good for me because it lets me use on the trail. I think
yeah.
Getting this information is great. The fact that you already put this here is good. So I don't know, man. Like
okay. Let's fast action my Eon's chart. My last charge here. I'm gonna move and investigate. So that's a fast action. We're moving down here.
Okay.
We're gonna leave this seal up here. Okay, we are at another vaulted corridor, so now we can like skip around if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. I'm gonna do an investigate here. I'm gonna use my lockpicks. I am a 6 to a 3. All right. I think I'm gonna do should I do a quick thinking on this? Or I'm sorry, I'm up 6. I'm a 9 to a 3.
Okay.
What would I do with another action? Spend both my clues to go into this mist pylon?
Yeah. Actually, us sitting on a mist pylon is kind of good because...
Yeah, so I'm going to throw quick thinking in here. So I'm a 10 to a 3, so I'm up 7.
Okay, okay.
Oh, God. Okay, -3, so I succeed by 4.
I have a clue. I'll take that off.
Yep, so I got a clue. With my free action, we are going to move into that mist pylon location.
Sounds good.
Let's check it out. It is a 1 shroud, but 8 clue. Fast action. If you control, the corrupted Pac-Man and is activated, you unleash the seal's power. Place the Pac-Man on this mist pylon for the remainder of the game. Each time you deal damage to a mist pylon, deal an additional damage. Dude.
I'll do fast action right now.
Fast action it right now, dude.
That's fantastic also. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that was all free actions. That was my Eon's chart, moved and investigated. Then I did a quick thinking. So I still have 3 actions here.
So just scoop up that clue and turn it into damage. Or something, right?
Yeah, I'm only testing 4 to 1 though when I scoop up clue.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're up 3, and if you've basically this will start letting us hurt one of these pylons, right? Because it can be attacks of an enemy. Its fight is equal to its shroud. Its health is equal to its clue value. So this is a 1 fight, 8 health thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with this.
You can decide
first action, I'm going to investigate 4 to 1, so I'm up 3.
Okay.
That is a -5. But I don't feel by 3 or more, so that's okay.
Okay. That's important.
Okay. Second action, I'll do it again.
Come on.
Third action, where did I start? I started over there, so I'm going to get a card and buck no matter what, so I'm okay. Third action, we do it again.
Okay.
There you go. So I get a clue. Oh, I spent 2 to get in there. But yeah, so I get a clue, and I spend it to do 2 damage to this guy.
Wait, hold on. Does that put you at 1 clue?
It'll put me at 0 clues. I use all my clues to get there.
I think maybe... I'm trying to say you should keep 2 clues.
I mean, you could really beat this thing easily because its power is 1.
Take that as a clue, I think.
Okay, I'll take it as a clue.
Yeah, I think keeping at least 2 clues is helpful because that lets you get into the other mist pylons.
That's true. Okay. All right. End of my turn, I will get $1 and a card.
Nice.
Oh, fingerprint kit. Perfect.
Nice. All right. So then we go to upkeep, and as long as this tech lead, enemy phase, nothing. Okay. As long as this doesn't hurt me. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So
I got a Tekali. And it says take a damage. I don't think I need to cancel this one. It's not too bad. I'll just take the damage.
Okay.
Do I want to draw 3 cards? I think I do.
Sure.
With Danforth.
Yeah, if you can find your allies, that'd be huge.
Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, come on. But I did get Twine, so this is great.
That's huge. That's actually
6, 7,
really,
8,
really
9. I'm gonna have to discard a card though.
Okay. I get to unbreak my mental one because I did not take any damage or horror this round.
Okay. What am I going to discard? Maybe I'll just discard one of my You Handle This. Or do I just discard Nimble? Ooh.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think maybe one of you handle this one's.
I think so. Because I have another one.
Nimble's big.
Yep.
For like movement and stuff.
Okay. We're gonna go to Doom, which is 3 of 3, so. Agenda 4B, it emerges. From the nameless depths at the very core of the earth, the miasma's true form emerges. It is a shapeless thing, a creature of whirling mist and putrid ichor that screams and whispers and crawls and flies. It seeps through the walls and up the ice. It is everywhere. It is everything. Spawn 1 is set aside the nameless madness enemy at the mist pylon nearest to an investigator. Check the campaign log if the truth of the mirage eludes you. Does that sound familiar?
I don't remember
I don't remember ever getting anything like that.
Look.
I don't think we read this part.
I don't think we do either.
Okay. All right, Agenda 5A, that which has no name, no doom threshold. Threshold. Technically, when one or more doom would be put into play, if there are any copies of the Nameless Madness still set aside, instead spawn 1 set aside copy of the Nameless Madness at the location nearest to the investigator without a copy of that enemy that is connected to a location with a copy of that enemy. What? At the name of the round, if all 15 copies of the name... If all 15 copies of the Nameless Madness are in play and not every mist pylon is collapsed, advance.
Take a look at this at the Nameless Madness down here and you'll see.
Okay.
So this one came out. So it's alert, it's massive retaliate. It's a 2/2.
Yep.
Evade or damage it for each point you succeed by, you exhaust it and everything in its chain. So it's like this big linking thing that's going to keep seeping up from here on every turn. So we have to either hit it or evade it significantly.
Got it. That's going to be like one of our actions every turn is going to be yeah.
Well, unless we outrange it. So the first time it comes out, it's gonna start spawning from here.
Right.
Going towards us from now on.
Yeah.
But yeah. God, we got to get you, Leo.
I know. I need more actions.
Getting me a hammer would negate this whole thing really bad too. But we'll see. Okay.
Okay.
And then bad cards.
Bad cards. Miasmic Torment. If you control a partner asset, exhaust them and attach Miasmic Torment to them. Attach asset cannot ready. At the end of their turn, it takes 1 damage, 1 horror, or test, mind, or book 3. If you succeed, discard. So this will be on Danforth.
Okay. Phantasm. The nearest mist pylon that is not collapsed. That is here.
Yep.
That is a bit unfortunate.
Yep.
Okay. Well, so the bad news is I actually need 1 more spell to make my Dragon Pole work. So we're in an interesting situation here, right?
Yep.
I can use Alaya to evade one of these 2 things and give myself a free move. My Dragon Pole right now against this guy, although I have a good chance of hitting him, only does 1 damage plus I can do 1 from like the soapstone, which is fine. I mean, I can go for that. He doesn't have retaliate. My swing at him would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 5. So nothing bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's not hitting that hard. Or we try to evade this. However, we need to break this spot we're on. or
Yeah.
come back. And I don't know if that's worth it.
Right.
So I could try to evade this dude. Man, I really needed my hammer, dude.
I know, and I really need my allies. This is like, we are moving so slow.
So, so then we either piece out of here, and we could use your nimble to kind of do that, or we try to go for this now. We do an extra damage war here. Is that what this is?
Anywhere, at any miss pylon location, we do extra damage.
And each time you deal damage to a missed pylon, deal an additional damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so every time you spend a clue, actually, it does 2 damage.
It does 2 damage, yeah.
That's important. Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you feel like we need some time to set up, you could, instead of us putting this on me,
Yeah, I could like...
put it on you. And the reason I can put it on you, just so you know, is even though I drew it, because it has spawn instructions, that means that it comes out and it would go for its prey. And since it doesn't have prey, we can choose.
Yep.
So I can put this on you. You can try to use Nimble to piece us out, and then we can start beating on like another pylon and then like come back here. We also can't hurt this pylon while this guy's ready, so that's the other part of this.
Yeah. Evading that guy is gonna be tough for me. I'm only a 5. So if I hit him with both my nimbles, I'm still only a 7 to 4.
I can promise to power you, or I can do it. Actually, I could do it even on your turn. I mean, I can use my Elia on this. Elia is going to be
that's a fast action.
Exactly. Now Elia is going to be incredibly powerful against big long chains of Nameless Madness.
Yeah.
If I can't find the hammer, so that would be my one reason to save it. But
hold on. I was about to say, can I twine your Elia, but I can't. It's I can only twine things of secrets for me.
on this guy with my Azure Flame, but I'm only a 4. I'm only a 4, and I could make it 5 with Well Prepared. So that's not great.
Yeah, that's not great.
Oh, stupid hammer. I don't know, man. So, what do you think? Do you want me to try to?
Yeah, no, I think it's better if you. I mean, either I evade with Nimble and your Promise of Power, or you evade with Elia with my Nimble and your Promise of Power, and then we can like move away and do things.
In order for me to start doing damage, I either have to find my hammer or just find another spell. Find like one of my what's it called? Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to spend some turns drawing cards.
Yeah. Yeah, and I need to get my fingerprint kit, my twine, and my spare parts out.
So why don't you try to like nimble us over here, maybe?
Yeah.
Can you put nimble into my test?
Well, I can't. Unfortunately, yeah, I think I can put Nimble into your test. At first point,
We can't go in there because of we don't have the clue.
Yeah, I need another clue. So
you could. Oh,
I mean,
man.
honestly, I could put out a twine, and then Aeon's chart investigate move. Right, so I can get this clue here and then move us.
Well, this guy will hit you if you do that right now because he's massive.
God damn.
That's why you
yeah.
have to very first action nimble. I can't take us out of here together. You can. So that's the reason I almost think you have to do that test.
Yeah, you're right. Because you can move with me.
Yeah, I can. I'll pitch you the Promise of Power if you think that's.
Okay, so that means that I'm evading. So this guy's on me.
You.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think this is our life.
I'll throw the Promise of Power at you. And I add a curse to the.
So I'm gonna evade him. I'm a 5 to a 4. I'm a 9 to a 4 with Promise of Power. I'm a 10 to a 4 with Nimble. I'm up 6.
Seems pretty decent.
Seems pretty decent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up a card fast action with my thing. Huh.
I think take the 6, and if we have to try again with another one, then we can.
Okay. You're right. Up 6. -1, okay. So I succeed by 5.
So we move a maximum of 3 spaces.
Yep. So this guy will be evaded at our location. You are activating Safeguard. We are going where? We could like start scouting, right? We can go 1, 2, 3 almost.
We could go 1, 2. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That doesn't seem too bad. That does mean this will creep. It will spawn a thing out here this next turn, but that's okay. Because it's going to Nameless Madness when we get the Doom, and it's going to go towards us. Yeah. So it does mean we will have one engaged with us, but that's not necessarily terrible.
Where else can we go? We can go...
It'd be like... If you want to see 3 locations, it would have to be that way.
Yeah. We don't necessarily have to see 3.
Now, seeing extra locations, if we can find what turns this on, this seal, obviously the other 2 are a big deal.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm fine. I think just do 1, 2, 3. That's fine.
1, 2, 3.
We can't go in there. We can't go into the gate.
All right. So the first location we're gonna look at.
We can do them 1 at a time, also.
Yep. Is Subnautical Sprawl. 2 Shroud, 4 Clue. Treat the first modifier of a Frost token as a -3. Okay. We're gonna look at the next one. Forsaken Temple, if you control the champion with dots seal, test mine 3 if you succeed. Spend 2 clues, activate it. Okay. Then we'll be here. That is a geothermal vent, 4 shroud, 2 clue if you control the corrupted seal, test. Okay, yeah, we already did that one.
So we haven't found nothing yet. So you could, if you want, just now get out twine, get a buck, get out twine, use twine, and then use that as an Aeon's chart to move like another one.
Yeah, actually. Yep, we're gonna play twine. As my second action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that nimble was all free, yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm going to exhaust the twine as a fast action, move a secret from controls. Right, so spend $1 to put a charge. Right? Yeah, that's how that works. And then I will use my Aeon's charge to move and investigate, and I guess we'll go up here.
Yeah, that seems good.
All right, 4 shroud, 2 clue. If you control the fish hook, we already used this, but I'm going to investigate here at a shroud 4. I'm going to do lock picks, I guess. I'm a 9 to a 4.
Sounds good.
I'm up 5. -1. There you go. Got a clue. Now we can get into another Miss Pylon. Like it.
Like it very much.
All right, and now we are definitely 2 away, so I'm going to get $1 and a buck. I mean, $1 and a card. And so I'm going to get a Tichophobia.
Actually, I could potentially clear that for you. Yeah, because see, if I don't draw a card this turn, then that turns this discipline back online, and if I don't take a test this turn, that turns this discipline back online.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I'm going to get $1.
Yep.
And I'm going to spend 2 actions to clear your Tichophobia.
Dude, I love it.
Oh, wait. That
actually, there's a Miasmic Torment, though. So, do you want... but then that's you taking a test. He can soak 1 turn.
Take it... The end of turn... Yeah, let him just take 1 and 1 for 1 turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's the only way that I can get this back online.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's important. I think you should let him soak once.
I'm fine if not.
No, I think we're gonna let him soak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I have to clear that next turn. Okay. So that means I end my turn. Now, I did not perform well. Okay, so yeah, I have to do the upkeep. So enemy phase, nothing happens. These
They are
both
not.
where the
Yeah, they're not hunter at all. Okay.
lives. You ready? Then we
Upkeep.
No technically. Yes, I got Cinna's medical kit, so that can solve.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, cool. And I got scout ahead. This is great. We can like move.
So now the round ends. I did not perform any skill tests, so this unbreaks. And I did not have more than 2 cards in my hand at any point during this round, so this unbreaks.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm finally a real character again after finding all 3 of my stupid broken destiny. Okay. Big.
Okay, now at the Doom phase, something happens here. When one more Doom will be put in play, if there are any copies of the Nameless Madness still set aside, we spawn one at the location nearest to an investigator without a copy that is connected to a location with a copy.
So that has to be here, because that's the nearest to us.
Yeah.
This goes and plops out another Yucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we do some bad cards. And I'm going to get the Madness Within, test mine 4. For each point you fail by, shuffle the top card of the Technically deck into your deck without looking at it. All right. Well, this is bad for me.
I don't know, man. There's one of those points. I mean, you could throw an Unexpected Courage in to just try to mitigate it some, or you can just accept it.
I'm just going to accept that I'm going to have Technicallys in here.
Yeah, and at least you have Danforth.
Yeah, I would rather. There's so many other things I'd rather put an Unexpected Courage for. So, well, actually, Danforth does not. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. Sorry, yeah, he's still exhausted, right?
All right. I'm -3 on this. I'm putting 4 cards in my deck.
That sucks.
Yeah, but that is what I thought was going to happen.
Nebulous Miasma. If we stay here, everything we have takes 1 direct core. We don't want to do that. But
Okay.
that's true. So
Okay.
cool. So now the $1 million question is, do we just go in there and start like working on stripping clues from one of these? Like, I mean, we can just start working on this Mist Pylon right now.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'd like to play a fingerprint kit first so I can gain more. But should I go first?
I think so. And then I can spend one of my actions working on that.
Perfect. I'm going to spend $4. I'm going to play a fingerprint kit. Boom. I'm also going to spend $1 to put a charge on Ian's chart and then use that Ian's chart to move and investigate.
Okay, so spend 2 clues going in.
And I will spend 2 clues to come into here.
Guard, obviously.
I'm going to flip this. All right. If you control the double C's seal and is activated, you can place it here. For the remainder of the game, the shroud value of each Mist Pylon is by 2. Oh. That would be so rad if we can figure out where to activate this thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. The second part of my my thing is fingerprint kit. That would put me at a. That would only put me at a 5 to a 5.
Health. Hey, well, I can. This thing only has 2 health. If you pull this off, we kill it. I'm very happy to throw you David Renfield because if you read him, he's actually horrible.
Oh.
And put Doom. If I put Doom on him instead of putting Doom on him, it spawns a tentacle.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're going to fast action, see what we pick up with my ancestral knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, just throw a fat test at this, man, because if you pull this off right now, we just break this pylon right now.
Yeah, so that's 5 to 5. Oh, wait, hold on, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 to 5, 9 to 5. So I'm up 4.
I can't give you anything else, or I would.
I'm gonna do you handle this. So I'm up 5.
Okay. I mean, that seems good, man. I think that this is worth it. This is huge. If you pull this off, this is huge.
Okay, -4.
So you pick up these 2 clues and you can turn them directly into damage.
Yep.
Would you like to do that? Pop up. So we put this on here. And then what I'll do just to make sure...
Wait, hold on. His health was only 2, right?
Yeah, that's how much damage you did, right? You picked up 2 clues and then you turned them
No, I did 4 damage to him because each clue was 2.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
So I can keep 1 clue and do.
Oh my god, good catch. That's huge.
Yeah.
Extra big. Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
Also,
So-
my quick thinking does not pop everybody because I only succeeded by 1.
oh, that's
Yeah, but yeah. So I get to keep a clue. Then this thing's dead.
yeah. Here, let me see if I can get like an object to like mark it with. Since this is like the final mission, this is like
Yeah,
the
we
big
can.
thing.
We can. Yeah, we have to remember like we can cancel 1 damage or heart out of his pylon, and all of our damage is +1 damage.
Boom.
Yeah,
This is broken.
broken. Done. I love it. Okay, and that was with an Eon's chart. So I played Fingerprint Kit. I did a bunch of fast actions. I still have 2 more actions left. Where are we going, dude?
So we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe start heading towards this one or this. If you find okay. How many locations are unflipped right now? Ancient facility. Is that it?
And this one, yeah, this one and this one.
So that means one of these 2 has to be the thing that can activate the glyph.
Yeah,
Now, we don't have to go get it right now,
right.
but you could try to go for one of those to see if we can find that glyph, if it's that important. Or we just kind of make our way over there and we can do it passively. I guess we kind of want to come over here anyway.
Yeah,
So maybe either that or we just like zoom up here and pass this one.
just use my last 2 actions to go boom, boom, and just look.
Yeah, that doesn't seem crazy, does it?
It doesn't seem crazy because it's like if that's the place,
do
it'll be
have
great.
sound
If it's not, then we never have to come here again.
Yeah, maybe. 'Cause then we could put one of these.
I can
tentacles-
always scout us ahead to move us further. Next turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
If you want to try it.
Okay. I'm gonna go here. 1, 2. We're going here. My last 2 actions. This is it. 5 shroud, 2 clue. If you control that, test book 3, and then you can and spend 2 clue and you activate. Oh, we need clue though. Okay, I need to get the clue here. And or you need to grab clue.
Yeah, I don't have my thing to grab clue, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, you tossed your Dawn of the Flame a while ago. Right. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, but here's what I do now.
Okay.
I need to attempt to clear this thing for you.
Yes, this thing.
So that is so right now I'm a 4. I'm 4. If I spend this, I'd be 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could pitch Sinha's medical kit to go to 7. Or I do this. I have an idea. Action 1, I'm going to play the med kit. Okay? Action 2, I'm going to break this and draw 5 cards.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I like this.
Possessed. Oh, that's bad.
No, you can exhaust Sinha's medical kit and heal this like right away.
That is a very good point.
Dude, you can fast action that. Yeah, get that out of here.
Okay, so then my last action can be to spend Promise of Power. It'll be 3, 4. Plus 4 is 8.
So you're up 5.
Plus 1
up 6.
is 9. Up 6 on this test.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Doing...
Oh my god, yes.
God, I
oh
went
my
hard.
god.
Okay. Done.
Dude, perfect.
It still feels like we're moving so slow, man.
I know. So that was 2 actions.
Was that only 2?
Yeah, because you played this medical kit and then you did the test.
Oh, I broke this to drop.
Was that an action to break? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's an action to break it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So enemy phase. These idiots all stand, right? All stand where they are. Yep. So we do
And
upkeep.
Upkeep.
Okay.
God, I cannot.
We're
find
gonna add another idiot to the field.
Yep. So he's going to go If this goes off, the nebulous miasma goes away.
Yeah, he's gonna go here, I think.
Okay. All right. God, I don't know, man. Do we have time to do this? I mean,
I know.
you have to get a clue. Do it now. I don't. What does it do if I bring it back to the right spot, or if you bring it back to the right spot? Where is it again?
Every shroud of every missed pylon is reduced by 2.
I don't know if we need that necessarily, especially if I find my hammer. I don't think we need it.
Okay.
So maybe we just take those clues so we can go into this, because this is the last closed one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God, we're just getting cut off by these tentacles. But I mean, we can kind of run them around or loop them around potentially. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Is that the? No, we haven't opened up that one up there yet either.
Oh, we haven't opened that either. So we need at least 4 more clue total, and so
Yeah.
you just need 3 more to get us into where we need to go. Okay. Well, then let's. So that was our doom. Putting that down. So let's bad card. And
Oh,
hopefully
bad card.
this
You're right.
is-
I got to walk. Great.
Okay. It's a classic.
Yeah.
I get dissonant voices.
Okay.
That's not
Not a big deal right now, right?
terrible. No.
Okay.
I mean, I can swing at this with my dragon pole. The thing with my dragon pole is still. Oh no, I can swing at it with Azure Flame, and one shot it.
Nice.
So I could spend my turn. Grabbing this, fighting it, and doing something else.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Action 1, play Holy Rosary.
Like it. You
Action
can't
2.
play Holy Rosary.
I can't play cards. Correct. Right. That's why. Action 1 is grab Penguin.
Yep.
Action 2, spend a charge from Azure Flame.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mind right now is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from daring.
Yep.
And that would be up 5.
Yep, you're up 5.
I'll spend well prepared to go up to 6.
Up 6. Okay.
Because I have to activate a mind on either here or here.
Yep.
Okay, so here I go. Oh God, I fail.
You failed because -7, but we take a curse out of the bag.
After this test ends, draw a card. So no matter what, I'm drawing the card at least.
Okay, and we remove a curse.
Remove the curse. Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Now this is the problem, right? So now I need to try this again, and I really need to pass this.
Yep.
So in order for me to one-shot it, I have to use Azure Flame. Because I can't one-shot with my Dragon Pole right now. So I'll be a 3/4. I really don't want to pitch Holy Rosary to this, because I really would like to play it.
I can pitch
just
you a
pick-
logical reasoning, but this is my last logical reasoning. But I guess with your Singhaz medical kit, and I'm bound to get allies at some point, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to you, man. I understand your concern. Well, I mean, you could also pitch me spare parts.
Spare parts activates my fingerprint kit.
Okay.
So
Well,
I think I
good call.
will give you this just because we don't want to slow down, and I think we're safe right now. So I'm gonna give you +2. Okay.
Stop. That's incredible. That actually flips this. Finally,
Yep.
this is the first time I think in this campaign.
The first campaign, yeah, the first time all campaign.
Yes. I do now, by spending a green soapstone charge.
Yep.
I do 3 damage.
Yep.
I can use Sinha's medical kit. I'm gonna actually use Sinha's medical kit to heal 1 physical off Danforth.
Okay.
Just while I'm with you, just in case that happens. And I am now done.
Okay.
Do not play an event or an asset. Okay. Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
What am I trying to do here? Where do we need to go? I need one more clue.
Yeah.
And where's the direction that we need to go?
Well, that's what's tough, man, because like
We got to
if you
open
get
that,
a-
and we got to open this.
Yeah, and if we are in either of these spaces, the tentacles come at us. So you could like get a clue. You could activate your twine
Yeah.
to investigate, then move. Although the
Yeah.
crap here is really high. You could also right now, if you wanted, scout ahead. No, we can't even enter here without you getting a clue first, huh?
No. So I have to do the Eon chart thing first, which lets me investigate here and move, and I'll investigate with the lock picks because that gives us the best chance to pick up one clue.
And I can throw David at you for that.
Yeah, and then it's just which direction do we want to go? Obviously, if we go up here, we get engaged by some dudes. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think. Yeah, I don't think we want to fight that guy yet until I find.
Okay.
What's crazy is I only have 11 cards left in my deck. At
I
least
know.
one technically, and I haven't found my hammer or a Sixth Sense. So.
Yeah, I think we're coming down here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I can Elia to evade all these easy for us. So yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
So first things first, I'm going to spend $1 on my fast action twine to put a charge on my Eon's chart, which I will then use to do investigate, then move.
And I will throw David Renfield into your test, so +1 book.
Okay, and I'm using my lockpick. So it is a 9. I'm a 10. I'm a 10 to a 5. I'm up 5 on this test.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Okay, success.
Good. Okay, so you're taking the clue.
Mm-hmm.
You're now moving.
Yep,
Oh,
I'm now
I-
moving down.
Sorry, this one stays on there. I just took one off.
Oh, okay. So we are going down to this my pylon. I'm spending 2 clues to enter this pylon location. It is a 4 shroud, 4 clue, and we don't have that seal. But each investigator is +1 to their skills while they're there if we do that. But
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Let's just start working on this place, man. Like, let's just start beating on it.
Yep. I hear you. So that was all fast actions. I still have 3 actions here.
Yeah.
So here we go. Fingerprint kit. I am a 5 to a. Oh, I'm a 5 to a 4.
God, man. Maybe you dig for cards.
Yeah,
and
hold
try
on.
to
Before I do
find
that,
allies.
I'm gonna draw a card. I think.
Yeah, we gotta have to find your allies. Like,
Yeah.
we have to.
Yeah.
I can just beat on this with my weapon or something.
Yeah. So
man.
first action, I'm actually just going to draw a card, which is going to be a technically. Place one of your clues on the bottom on your location. So this
Wow.
actually whiffs, dude.
Yeah, and you can Danforth it.
Yeah. So
Find your
that
allies,
whiffs, and I'm going to
please.
Danforth.
Please,
Love it.
allies, please. This is so important,
Yep.
man.
Okay.
you
I
discard-
discard this one.
Hey, that's big though.
That's a huge
Deduction's
one to
big.
discard. Yeah.
Deduction's huge.
Yep. Now I'm going to be a 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 to 4,
7 to 4.
8 to 4 if I throw breaking and entering.
Yeah, we really want you to pass by 2 because then we one-shot this thing.
Yeah.
I almost think maybe you try it next turn.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe I just dig
Like-
some more, dude.
I mean, if you're gonna use fingerprint kit with it, you're not gonna get the extra anyway.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. How many actions do you have left? 1.
I have 2 more actions.
Yeah, dig one more time.
One
maybe.
more.
Let's see what you get.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my money.
There it is.
To
There
get
it is.
Janae out.
Wait. Now, hold on. Are you
Oh.
sure you want to spend money playing that and you don't want to do 21 or bust? And then next turn go for it?
Oh, baby.
You gotta
I
get
think
that
we're gonna
money
play
on.
21 or bust.
I like it. I think that this is time, and you gotta get that economy going.
Yep.
Just don't bust, you know?
Just
It's
don't
easy.
bust, dude.
Just don't bust.
Okay.
Or
4. The 6. 11. Still good. Nothing. 14.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
19.
19.
So I can get $5 right now. I think I'm locking in, everybody. I'm getting the $5, but I'm going to pick up the next token just to see.
It's an emergency cash.
Okay, I would have busted.
Yep, you would have busted.
So I'm gonna get
Good call.
boom.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Now, that's the end of the turn.
Yep.
So upkeep, no enemies do anything.
Yep.
I discard this Dissonant Voices.
Nice.
I draw. Bandolier. Where the hell?
All right, I got my boots.
What I need to find, dude.
All right, so another nameless comes out. I guess next to us. On us?
On us. It has to come out on us.
All right.
Which that's not that big a deal because Elia can shut down like a whole chain of these.
Yeah. And then we'll do bad cards. And I will get Miasmic Torment, which goes on Danforth.
Classic.
Yeah.
Blasphemous Visions. Okay, I'm so glad I'm getting this and not you.
Yeah.
I'll shuffle this in my deck. And this is now on me.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so frustrated.
I know.
Okay. Okay. I have 11 cards left. I need to...
You need to take care of this guy so that I can play Janae and get some clue and not get active opportunity.
So I'm going to fast action Elia.
Unless you want me to breaking entering him, actually.
Oh, yeah.
That might be better.
Yeah, and then that actually can be used for like what, 1 clue?
Yeah.
Oh, you can throw deduction into that.
Yeah.
And you just get a bunch of clue off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Okay.
seems good.
Yeah, let's do that instead. Unfortunately, I don't get my Janae out first to get the +2 bonus, but...
Well, then do you want me to save that for later then? Save that for later.
Okay.
Elia's a free action. And this is a
Oh,
good
yeah,
time.
he's fast. I forget. Yeah.
So I think I'm still going to... What I need to decide is if I'm doing this on my turn or your turn. I'm going to do this on your turn, just to see how it goes with you beating this thing. So I'm going to be a base 7 because of my tarot card, the Empress.
So we're saying I'm going first, but you're doing this fast action on my turn.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a 7/2.
You're up 5.
-4 because I believe this is an ancient one. It is. So I succeed by
1,
which is enough to exhaust that one.
Okay.
Then I'm going to choose to not use Elia to take a free move, and just stay with you.
So you succeeded by 1, so that means that the next one is also...
If you succeed... Oh, yeah, I guess it does. does.
Yeah, the next one, yeah.
Still
He gets...
Yeah, okay.
Sweet.
Cool. All right, man.
All right, so I'm going to spend $5 to play Janae to give me my good stat bumps. And then we are going to... do we lock... Wait. If I fingerprint kit, I will be a 5, 6 with deduction, 6, 8. 8 to 4?
8 to 4. So lockpicks plus deduction is like a really
yeah, I think
high.
lockpicks but deduction is better. Yeah.
But then we do have 1 clue left sitting here.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, because I mean I can obviously hit it, but then I wouldn't go with you somewhere.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but that's where I'm gonna leave it up to you, man. Because I can definitely smack this for a point of damage. But do you think if you pitch that in,
all I need to do is let's say we're leaving clues on the table here, but all I need to do is pick up 2 clues and this thing's dead.
Oh no, I think it's just +1, right? Oh no, that's right. It's each individual source. You're right. Yeah. Just do.
Yeah, that's why
lockpicks.
lockpicks is great because
right.
it's
I'm so glad you keep bringing that up.
Yeah. So it's 9, 10, 11. So I'm 11 to 4 plus deduction.
Yes.
So I'm a 13 to 4. So I'm up 9. Right?
Finding this thing was so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I succeed by 9.
So then you spend 1 clue to deal 2, another clue to deal another 2.
Yep, and I just get 1 clue.
Get 1 clue, which is phenomenal.
Yep.
And then my last question for you would be, do you try to take this clue, or do we just leave it here because then I can always on the trail to it?
Yeah, I don't mind leaving it. But I also can Eon's Chart to sort of
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, the Shroud's too high for me here.
Okay. Then
So I am
let's
gonna
just-
leave it. So that was me. I played Janae, and then I lockpicked. So I have one more action and my Eon's chart if I want to use it. And I have the stupid Miasmic Torment on me too.
Okay. Oh yeah, you could always go for that, but what are your odds though?
Not good.
Then I need to go with you, and I need to try to handle that. So
Okay.
then I'd say just leave that clue there. You could Eon's chart over to here, and this is a 3 shroud, which isn't super high. We can go right.
I can
up
scout
and
ahead and go, somewhere else.
Yeah.
We can scout ahead to like this mist
We
pylon.
could just run way over there, right, and then that way we could drop some clues along the edge. Sure. I mean, scout ahead. It does slightly waste the movement, but
Yeah.
wait, hold on. What if? Okay, if you went 1, 2, 3, do you have an action left?
I don't have enough clues to enter that location.
Don't. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Then I would say just Eon's chart over here. Try to pick this up, or I think the triple move could be big later.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think just Eon's charting. I don't know. Let's just get here and start working on this maybe.
Do you want to? So you want to scout ahead to get there?
Well, how many actions do I have left? Just one?
I only have one action left.
Then
I have one
think
action.
if we-
Actually,
let's-
I have one action and one Eon's chart, so I can move and then Eon's chart. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that. I like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna. My last action, I'm gonna move here, and then I'm going to spend $1 to do the whole twine into a move into investigate, which will put us here. And I'm going to investigate with the fingerprint kit, I guess. And so I'll be a 5. I'll be a 6 to a 3. So I'm up 3.
Okay.
That what I want to do. Yep. It's the best I can do right now. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
I had a doom. I failed by 3 because it was Shroud 3.
Okay, so Doom pulls out a tentacle, which will go either here or here.
Want to put it down here at the bottom?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So put one of those down there, and then damn, dude.
Ah, I didn't see that coming. Okay.
Yeah, that sucked.
So, I think.
At the end of my turn, my boy's gonna get hit.
Oh, it's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I should have done that. All right. Well then, what I'm gonna have to do is, God, what I'm gonna have to do is this. I'm gonna have to play a Holy Rosary and a Bandolier,
Okay.
which sucks because now I'm gonna draw my hammer and not be able to afford it. But that does put my mind stat at 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna try to clear Blasphemous Visions first because this already went off.
Yep.
Then I'll clear that next turn.
Yep. Totally.
7 with well prepared.
Okay. -1.
Or if there's a miss, treat this as a
Frost as
token.
well.
Okay, so I have to redraw. -5. That fails.
Wait, hold on. If there's a seal at your location, or if your location is a mist pylon, treat this token as a frost in addition to its... Oh, in addition, and that's why you draw again.
6. Yep. So that's actually -6. I fail.
Oh.
Yep. I can do this, however. I'm gonna Sinha. Do you want me to save this for your possessed, or do you want me to use on Danforth? Maybe I should save it for your possessed in case you get it.
Right, because my logical reasonings are gone now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'll save it then.
Okay.
All right. That's.
You have another action though, don't you?
I don't think so. I played Holy Razor. I played Bandolier. And
Oh,
then I
you
guess-
played both. Yeah.
Yep. So no.
Okay.
All right.
These idiots will stand up.
Yeah.
Nobody else moves. We'll do an upkeep.
There's the hammer. Right after I spent all my money.
There's Leo after I've spent money.
Oh my God! I knew it.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll bring
My
out
hammer
another
turns
idiot
off on us.
on us. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 idiots. So
Yeah,
we have 9 more turns, basically.
Now that I have my hammer, if I can equip my hammer, whenever I smash them, I smash for so much damage.
Yeah.
So that will be fine.
But they're elite, though. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'm not moving them. I'm just doing the extra damage. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Bad cards.
Okay.
Test mine 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each location away from the gate you are. If you fail, take 2 horror. I am 1, 2, 3 away from the gate. So this is a mind 5 test. I'm just going to take the 2 horror.
Yep.
But I get rid of a curse in the meantime.
That's good. That's
get rid
really
of a curse. Janae's going to take a horror. I'm going to take a horror.
Okay. Rip a vapors. I actually don't care about drawing from my deck anymore, so I'm just gonna take the 2 Tekalies.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many things on my board.
Yeah.
So I can go first to evade this stack with Elia.
Okay.
All I need to do is get my stupid thing online. Hammer. So I'm a 7 to a 2. Okay?
Yep. Okay.
I succeed by a lot. I exhaust.
So you succeed
1,
by
2.
By 4, I guess.
Okay. 7 to 2, so yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, those are all exhausted. All right. So now I'm gonna finish with turn. I'm gonna get. I need to try to clear these. God, I need money, but I don't have time. I have to clear these. So I'm a 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have to clear this first. So
Yeah.
I'll go 7 to try to clear Miasmic Torment. 7.
-3.
Draw the top card of the Tekali deck.
But you did succeed, so this goes away.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, this is about to trigger twice.
Yeah. Well, I can cancel.
Oh, you can cancel it? Take a
Yeah,
horror.
with the Miasmic Crystal. Right?
Yeah.
When investigator location draws a weakness, spend a charge, and that investigator cancels the effects of that weakness. And puts it at the bottom of the deck, and you draw a card.
Okay, drawing a card I feel mixed about, but I'll do
I know.
it.
I don't know if I like you drawing that.
Take a damage.
I can also cancel this.
I don't care. I can take 2 physical damage. That's fine.
Okay.
We just do that. 1, 2. It's out of my deck at least. Okay. Now I have my second action to attempt to clear my own Blasphemous Visions here. I'm only up 3 on this, and I assume you probably don't have any mind to give me?
I have spare parts. It uses. I need it for my fingerprint kit, but this is really bad, so I can give it to you.
I think I need it, dude. I think I need you to give
that's
it
fine,
right now.
dude. So take 3 mine, dude.
Stars. Well, that's gone. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, thank you for
that
getting it
sucks,
off
but-
Danforth. So it was a good trade.
Yes,
Good
that's
trade on my
fair.
book.
Now I just need to get money because that means next time I can play my hammer and we can be done.
Okay.
Okay.
I kind of want to spend $2, get out Leo, and then use my last action to investigate here or Ian's chart here.
I think just investigate here. Let's just stay here and clear this spot, and then give me time to
Okay.
get the hammer going.
All right. So I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna get $2 first 2 actions. Then I'm gonna spend all my money to get a Leo, which will give me another action. And then with my last action, I'm going to investigate with the fingerprint kit. And I am a 5. I'm a 6. I'm a 6 to a 3. It's not great. I'm a 7 to 3.
Are you sure? Okay. Yeah. I mean, the other option is just to save that fingerprint charge and go for the lockpicks. But I mean, I know that doesn't work as fast.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So I am a 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm up. I'm up 4. You're right, though. So I just do lockpicks instead?
Here's what I think you should do. Save the fingerprint kit for now.
Yeah.
Just do the lockpicks with... Yeah, because this does 2 damage to this location.
Yeah.
Which is half of its health.
So I'm a 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm just like 11. I'm up 8 just by itself with the lockpicks.
And then you can always next turn...
Yeah.
Breaking and entering, potentially.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm up 8. I'm just going to go for 1 clue. -5, so I succeed by 3. I'll use the clue to do 2 damage to it.
I'm so glad we picked that option. That was the crisis averted.
Okay. My ability doesn't go off because I didn't move.
All right.
That's it, right?
Yep. So these ready.
Yep. Upkeep.
Okay. Doom puts out a upkeep, right? Yes.
Okay, I got a tech lead that says if it's your turn, lose an action. Otherwise, lose an action during your next turn. I'm okay with that because now I have all these actions. That's fine.
Okay. I get haunted, which sucks.
Okay.
And then we put out a tentacle, which we can put. I think it has to go somewhere that's adjacent to us. Hold on, let's look at the way it's worded.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here's to an investigator, so it has to be next to us.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. So we've already closed 2, right? So we're at 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Bad cards.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bad cards. Obscuring fog. Attach your location. Limit 1 per location. Attach location is +2 shroud. After it's successfully investigated, discard it. Well, that kind of sucks, but whatever.
Yeah. Monster. I'm gonna retaliate. Okay.
Whenever you deal any amount of damage, shuffle the top card. All right.
So
how many cards are
like
left in this stupid deck? 7.
So here's what I think I have to do. I think I have to Elia like this thing.
Yeah.
You breaking and entering this thing.
Yes.
If you succeed, that both evades these and kills this.
Yep.
I can use my breaking and enter. I mean, my Elia to move up. Oh, if I succeed by enough, I can use it to move this way, and I can finally put my hammer on.
Yep.
And then that's where we have to go. Although if you go first, you can bring me into some place like here.
Right.
But then we have this thing on us. God. Maybe we save this one for last and we start heading here. Like you bring us through the middle.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, what? Scout ahead us? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. That could be big. Or just nimble. Just do a fat nimble. And run us by all this crap.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
what is he in evade of? He's at 2? Okay.
Yeah, so if you pull off your thing right now, your
What, breaking and entering?
You're breaking and entering. That will kill this.
Oh, I need $1 for that.
Okay, so you only have 3 actions this turn though, right?
Yep.
That's fine. All you got to do is just this. If you do just this, then you've done a huge service to our team.
Do just what? What do you mean?
I'm saying just do a single breaking and entering that will evade this whole line of dudes.
Yeah.
And will break this.
Yeah.
Leaving us with only the 2 pylons.
I'm gonna have to take an active opportunity to get $1 to do breaking and entering. So I'm gonna take 1 and 1 first.
No, you'd only take 1 because we have one of these that say it prevents 1 damage or
horror. Oh, baby,
something.
yes.
Which, have we been taking... Did we take a damage or horror up here and we shouldn't have?
Only when we're at a missed pylon, though, so... I can't remember.
I can't remember this turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just have to take like a single damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna... First... Or second of... yeah, because I lost an action. So first of 3 actions, I get $1. I will take a hit on Leo. Okay. Then I will spend my $2 to play Breaking Entering. I'm going to add my foot to this. So I'm a 9, 10, 11. An 11 to 3 because I'm investigating. So I'm up 8. I'm going to put Nimble here. I'm up 9.
Okay. No, you can't put Nimble in. Well, that's fine. You can keep your on your. You can't put Nimble in because this is not a.
Oh, it's an investigate test. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't do anything for me, but at least I didn't get the double frost.
So how much did you succeed by?
What did I just draw?
You drew a star and a frost.
A star and a frost. So I was up 8, so I succeed by 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Cool.
Then you get the clue.
Yep. Which I will turn to 2 damage.
So that breaks this pylon. Excellent job.
Okay.
I've never carried harder. Technically.
Oh, I succeed by 6 because of Exterior Fog.
Okay. But this still gets. Yeah, we'll just.
Yeah, one of those guys doesn't get evaded. Yeah.
So the Scaring Fog does go away though.
Yep.
And you move us 3. So like, yeah, if we head down here, you can mess this pylon up like so fast.
You mean to scout ahead now, right?
Yes. No, the nimble. The nimble moved us.
No, I couldn't use nimble because I was in an investigate test.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah. Yep. But I can scout ahead us to this location to start getting it done, or I could save that so that we could scoot to the last one.
Okay, yeah. How many actions do you have left at this point?
I have 2 actions left.
So, if you went 1, and then use your Aeon's chart to move and evade here, that could set us up for next turn, and I can just start hammering that guy. Or you can get rid of my Haunted. But if you do that now, then we'll just have to move with like Nimble next turn. I'm gonna have to. Oh no, I have this guy on me too.
But if I move you, you can move with. He just moves with us, right?
Yes, and I can always evade him with Elia and get my hammer online, which is my plan, and then from there start going to town. So maybe you do just move us in here with Scout Ahead and then evade this.
Oh, I don't have. Yeah. So I'd have to get $1 from Scout Ahead and then use Scout Ahead. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Or I can get $1 and Aeon's chart us, and then evade him.
$1. How good is your chance of evading him?
What is he? He's a 4, dude. Oh man, I'm a 6 to a 4. I'm only up 2.
Yeah, just put us out of here, maybe. Just one step closer to him, and that could be good enough.
Okay, they'll move us here.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so that's my, and then I have 1 more action left.
Buck or something, because you can't even. Yeah, you need money to be able.
Yeah, I need money to turn that online. So maybe I'll get $1, and then at the end of my turn, I'll get another $1.
Yeah, good call. Good call. I like it.
Boom, boom. Okay, you're up.
Oh, I have to do this. I have to Elia this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to Elia this guy. I'm a 7 to a 1.
Yep.
No, I'm a 6 to a 1 because of Haunted. What 5? That is a -4, so I succeed.
Yep.
He gets evaded. Now I can take a free move action. If I take a free move action,
these guys are going to hop on me.
Well, this is alert. I mean, this is massive. It's just gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
This guy though is super easy for you to evade.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a big deal. I can always Aeon's chart like.
Sit here. Maybe I just sit here. The thing is like I don't want to. I need to get in here, so I don't move. I think I just sit still.
Do you want to get rid of your Haunted?
No, I'm gonna get $2 and play Hammer.
Okay.
That's finally I'm like a grown up again.
Okay. Okay.
Like, so, yeah, and then this should allow me to start handling some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so then now we go to upkeep.
Or enemy phase.
Yeah, enemy phase. Those already.
And then who's he jumping on?
Actually, if he jumps on you.
Should he jump on me because I can evade him?
Yeah, you can evade him with nimble. Hold me right in here, and then I can start hammering this guy immediately.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good. All right, let's do upkeep. All right. I got another Leo, and then which I'm just gonna pitch for a book, and then let's bring out another nameless dude. Who's gonna come? I guess here.
Either here or here. I guess here.
Yeah, I guess there. So we have a shot
in
the middle.
Okay. Okay. Let me pull him.
Yep.
All right.
And then we use some bad cards. Obscuring Fog. Jesus.
No, that's great. We don't care about that on this spot.
Oh, yeah, we don't care about this one. Yeah, we've already cleared.
Single Terror. Test mine 2. Gets plus 1 difficulty for each space you're away. I'll take 2 horror. I don't care about that.
So it's a mind 4 test.
And my mind is +3, -1. So I'm a 5 to a 4. I don't think I want to spend my well prepared on this. I think I'm just going to accept that I'm taking a couple horror this turn.
Okay.
Yep. So I will take 1 here.
Yeah.
And 1 here.
Okay.
Cool. So now, the order we do this in is if you nimble us down here.
So I only need to succeed by 1 to get us down here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now the issue is that then. Wait, can you play nimble into my test? I'm trying to, because see, once you do that, then what's going to happen is you're going to be down here and you're going to have to evade everything.
Oh, right.
Did I use my Elias charge last turn? I did, right? And I just didn't take it off?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn
He's
it.
done.
Okay. I almost think you have to do that, because if you get us in there, then I think we're free and clear. You're going to have to spend your whole turn like evading, but as long as you don't... So don't evade this guy first. Evade... Actually, no. If you evade this guy, you walk in here for free without having to worry about the hit, because it doesn't provoke tax opportunity. So yeah, you do want to evade this guy.
Yeah,
first.
I do want to evade this guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a 6. I'm a 6 to a 1. I'm 7 to a 1. I'm up 6.
Like this.
I mean, that should be good, right?
Oh yeah, I think so.
That is... There's no seal here.
Okay.
So it's just -1, so I succeed by 5.
Okay. So that would move us... So it abandons this dude. He just lives up here.
So we move up to 3 here.
Safeguard.
And are we really just moving here?
Because if we broke this, I think we're free and clear. So now you're in this position where now what you have to do is like any user provoke attack of opportunity unless you evade these things. So basically, you have a slightly wasted turn, but it's going to allow me.
Yeah.
You have to evade this guy first.
Yep.
If you evade him, so you could actually. This is where your whip is huge. If
I can fast action his whip.
Yeah, play your whip and whip him. I think.
But his fist is.
His fist
is higher than his foot.
That's true.
It's actually a worse test.
If you succeed.
So yeah, I mean, I could pitch the boots to this. So I would be a 6.
Do this first. Evade these guys now. Because even if you don't evade this dude, I can just start hitting him. So you don't have to do anything to this dude.
Okay.
So so second action evade.
Okay.
See how that goes.
All right. So I'm a 6 to a 2, so I'm up 4. These are the ones I want to go offline. Should I throw the boots at this or no?
Oh no. All you have to do is just evade like one of them.
Okay. So I'm a 6 to 2. I'm up 4. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're fine. And you can take a couple attempts at this.
Okay. So succeed by 3.
1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, whatever. Now you have 2 actions left.
All right. So I have 2 more actions left.
Just try passively evading this dude. It's not a big deal if you succeed or not.
Yeah.
I don't think. You know?
6 to a 2. Yeah, the worst thing that can happen is I get the Elder thing, and
Pull out another thing.
another one comes out. That's
I mean,
really...
you could just end your turn if you're really afraid of that. You could even take a hit from... Oh, this guy's actually pretty nasty.
No, that guy's nasty, dude.
Well, so this could be a point where you bullwhip and pitch like your boots to it, because if you do hit him,
Yeah.
you not only do a damage to him, but you also exhaust him.
It might be worth it.
And then if you succeed, then you actually get to also lockpick the location.
Which hand slot do I destroy? The fingerprint kit or the lockpicks?
I think the fingerprint kit.
Yeah.
Because we don't need to do that many more things, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's do it. We're going to fast action this bullwhip. All right. And now we're going to fight using our feet. And so we are a 6 to a 5. We're an 8 to a 5. We're up 3.
Up 3, I mean, that's acceptable. I mean, you could throw Scout Ahead in, but like that also does give us a lot of movement.
No, it gives a lot of movement. I'm gonna hold it. So I'm up 3 on this. I think this is it. I think it's a -1.
It's a -2.
That's a -2 and I have to get another token, right?
Yep.
Okay. We get another. I fail. We put another dude here.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I think I think it was worth a gamble, because if you pulled it off, it would have been massive. And
Okay.
You failed.
I still think I have another action, right? Or no?
Yeah. I think you do too. I think you have one more.
Okay. I could try to punch him with my whip again at +1, or evade him at +2.
I don't know, man. I don't think it really matters. If you can just end your turn, and I can just swing at him.
I'm gonna try to evade him at +2.
Okay. Okay.
All right, and I got rid of I got a Techly, but I got rid of a curse.
Okay.
What did I get? Discard a card at random from your hand. Ooh, I think I'm gonna cancel this.
Okay. And we'll draw you a card also. So yeah, you won't. Yeah, this guy could be big. So I appreciate you protecting it.
Okay. So I get to draw a card off of that, and then I also get to do a Danforth if I want to.
Yeah, I don't need card draw, so...
So I will also do Danforth. Draw 3. Okay.
Nice. Okay. So then you are...
Done.
Okay. So right now, if I whack this dude who is on you, okay?
Yep.
My hammer is... So my total values are 6 mind, 5 punch is 11, -2 because of a haunted.
Yep.
So I'm a 9.
Yeah, so you're up
I can hit
4.
it on... 9 plus well prepared will make it 11.
11, so you're up 6.
13. I'm sorry, that's +3. So hold on. 11 plus 3 is 14. -2 is 12. So I think I'm just going to do that and try to just hammer this guy away from us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, you succeed by 7.
Succeed by 7. I'm going to do 3 damage to him. Then I'm going to spend one of these to do 4 damage. That way, in case like you can like just ping him for 1 or something. Wait, hold on. This is only when you're fighting mist pylons, right? Okay. So he takes 4. Then I'm going to send him flying, I think. I'm going to send him flying up to 3 spaces away. Is that what it was? Hold on, I haven't seen the hammer for a while. You succeed by 3 +2 momentum up to 2 locations away. So I'm going to knock him 1, 2.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay. Then wait, hold on. How is he worded? The nearest mist pylon is ready. Oh no, he's going to move right back to me if I do that. Couple moves.
Move it once toward the mist pylon nearest to it that has not collapsed.
But it does mean that I can just hammer on this now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This guy's gonna be. The fact he comes right back's really annoying.
No, he only moves one towards it, right? So he'll move.
But he's gonna move. Oh, right. He doesn't. He's not passive hunter.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. You're right. He's
yeah,
not
yeah,
passive
yeah.
hunter.
So we good. I think you did everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have two actions left. I can clear haunted, or I can just start banging on this thing.
Dude, I think if you just smash this thing at a one shroud, dude. So
okay,
what are your stats now?
I'm still a 6, 5. I'm 11 minus 2, so I'm 9 to 1.
Yeah, plus 8.
So I'll just go.
Yep.
9 to 1. So I succeed by 4, which is plus 3, so that's 3 damage.
Yep. It's 6 damage, right? Because everything is double.
No, it's plus 1 damage, so it's 4 damage.
Okay.
Because I'm doing it, it's each instance, right?
So
basically, I took off one of its life bars. My last action, though, this is the thing, is I can smash this here, and that would let you easily get Clue to be able to walk us into the last spot. I guess I'm just going to try again. Here I go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a -4, and we said I was at a 9, so I do succeed. So that breaks it, right?
It breaks it. He's done.
So put this here.
Oh, we have one more left.
Okay. Done.
Cool.
Yeah. So enemy phase, all these ready up.
Yep.
This thing moves one closer to an unbroken pylon.
Yep.
I'm gonna move him this way, actually.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I like it.
Oh, he's gonna want to go around the outer edge to get to the next one. So I'm gonna move him this one.
Okay.
Because if we put him on the outer edge, he can move there faster.
Yeah, because he can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he'll be 3 away. This way he's 3, 4. Yeah.
Okay.
It takes longer for him to go this way. Yep.
Then upkeep.
Okay. Lose $2. I can't cancel this. Okay.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but I needed that for Ian's start.
That's true. That is.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So then we go to Doom, which puts out a tentacle, which can go.
Can it go on the gate, or we're kind of all swarmed up here? Oh,
yeah,
that one. Yeah.
Fine. Let's drop it right here. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. Okay. Wait, there shouldn't be. Yeah. Okay. This Heart of Madness is down here. Sorry, just make sure there's only one location. Okay, we're good. We have 5 left, so we got to get up there. So you need to get 2 clues to get us in there.
I need 1 clue.
1 more clue. And this is a 1 shroud. Is there any reason we would need more clues than that? No, you literally just need 1 to get us in there, and then anything else you get. Okay, cool. So then I guess let's draw bad cards and just hope.
Yeah, let's see. I will get Roots of the Earth, test foot 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each location in your way. If you are, take 2 damage if you fail.
That's a good one.
So it is a foot 4 test. I'm a 6 to a 4. I think I'm just gonna take it.
Okay.
Was it 2 damage? Yep. I'm up 2. That's 4. Gonna take 2 damage. Janae and myself.
All right, and I got Ancient Evils. I didn't know those were in here.
Oh.
Hooray.
Okay, so another of these dudes is coming out.
That's okay. I think we can put it here.
I guess
it doesn't
so.
say, it says no attachments.
Yeah.
So I don't think that matters terribly.
Yeah.
Okay. So now. So the $1 million.
No one's on us, right? It's just this alert dude. So I can scout ahead us 1, 2, 3 to get us away from everybody.
If you do scout ahead, you will take an attack of opportunity. Hold on, how is it worded? Actually, you might take an attack of opportunity each time. It's move up to 3 times.
Enemies do not gauge you.
Oh yeah, they don't engage you. Okay, so you take 1 hit from this, but you can negate 1 damage or 1 horror and move us up there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I end up just taking 1 damage overall just to move us 1, 2, 3 to here.
Can't go through here.
Oh.
Oh, this is where you can move us around that edge. 1, 2, 3 takes us right there.
Oh, 1, 2. Oh wait, but I need a clue first.
Yes, you do need the clue first, right?
So I'm gonna break and enter here.
I think that's just.
Oh, I don't have money.
I don't think that's as fantastic, right? That money hit. Okay.
It was just that stupid Technically, dude. Took my money.
Look, man. Honestly, all you've got to do is just get us as close to that as you can. Let me go in there and start working on him. Next turn, you come in and get clues. So just get the buck. Well,
if I get the buck, I'm gonna get hit.
So then why don't we? What I can do is I can just smash all these and start moving on my own. It's not as efficient because the downside is that like I was hoping to run in here and start fighting him right away.
Yeah.
If you took an attack opportunity to get the clue, well, is there another clue you can get on the way?
Well, okay.
Man, this is the hard part.
Yeah.
You moving us in there bypasses like us having to deal with this.
Yeah, I know.
What if you got clue like here? Oh, that does
1,
make
2.
him.
Yeah. 1, 2. So if I get the dollar, I get attack of opportunity. I do scout ahead, I get an active opportunity, but I move us there.
Mm-hmm.
Then third action, I investigate here with lockpicks, and the fourth action, I move us in there.
What I need to know is, does this guy hop on you or hop on me? Because if he hops on me, that's good. So let me see how safeguards.
No, he doesn't engage me with scout ahead.
But he does engage me. Because I'm following you with this, right?
Yeah.
Which is okay. I don't mind him engaging me. That's okay.
That's okay?
I can just slam him with my hammer this turn. So, I mean, this is easy clue.
Yep.
But, so lockpick should make this easy clue for you too, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, lockpicks. I can lockpicks
Yeah,
that, so
do
easy.
it. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna get $1. That's gonna do an active opportunity here. And then I'm going to, I can prevent the horror, and I'm gonna take a damage. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna prevent the damage and take a horror on Leo.
Okay.
All right, now I'm gonna play Scout Ahead, which gives me another active opportunity. I'm gonna prevent the horror. I'm gonna take damage. Move up to 3 times. Enemies cannot engage you. So let's get these. You're gonna put safeguard online. I'm gonna move here. That guy jumps on
Stops
Matt.
me.
And 2 right here. Okay. So that was $1 and scout ahead. Third action, I'm going to investigate with lockpicks at this location. I am a 11. I'm an 11 to 3.
Those guys technically do engage me, but since I'm not doing an action, I think I still bypass them.
Okay. Yeah, because you're not doing the active opportunities.
I don't think so. I think that this works.
Yeah. Code Poet says correct. So, and he's also asking, can't you evade the tentacles? I can, but I don't need to, right?
Yeah, we can, but we don't want to spend the action if we don't have to,
Yeah.
I think.
All right, so lockpicks, I'm an 11 to 3 to get this clue. So I'm up 8.
Like that.
I am minus 4? Is that right? No, I think it's just a minus 2.
Yep.
Either way, doesn't matter. My lockpicks don't break. There you go. I get the clue. Last action.
Gotta move us in.
Yeah, last action I'm going to move us in
weapons.
because I don't have money, so I can't use my Eon's chart.
Yep.
So I will move us in. I will pay the 2 clue to get here. And
stops on you instead of me.
Yep, that's fine. It's about the trident. We don't have it. So 2 shroud, 6 clue. So 6 health here.
So he has 6 health. Damn. I was really hoping that I could.
I know,
just
smash it
draw-
real easy.
I was gonna draw into the flame it and just be like,
Oh,
done. Like, but
that would have been awesome.
Okay, so here's then what I have to do. So the most important thing is to take this guy off of you, because we can't pick up clues with this here, and I don't want you taking damage. So that means
Yeah,
I do
so you
have
have to
swiftness
smack
on
this
you,
guy.
and this is what I use well prepared for. So I'm, again, a base 13. I go down to 11 because I'm haunted.
So you're up 6. Do you want me to throw you a 21 or bust?
No, because
Okay.
I think this is fine on this guy.
Okay.
Okay. So smash the hell out of him.
Yep.
He's going to take 4 because I'll spend a charge.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to save these green soap turn charges just in case like a boss comes out or something.
Okay. So he'll take 3 damage.
Take 3 and I'll send him flying 1, 2.
Yep. Sounds
All right.
good.
Second action. I think I just ignore
You have a
this
dude
thing.
on you too.
Do I care? I'm trying to decide if I actually care about this dude being on me.
Right.
Because if I hit this thing twice right now, hard enough, then doesn't that just push the act?
Yeah.
Oh, he will hit me once because of how this is worded, because it's the end of the round, so that's after the enemy phase. Sure, I'll smash this guy once, just to preserve my health in case there's another phase or something. Okay, so I will be, again, a 11 minus 2 from Haunted would make me a 9 to a 3. So I'm up 6.
Yep.
I'm going to throw this Dragon Pulling because I don't care, so up 7.
Up 7. Okay.
Smash
Succeed
the
by
hell
7.
out of him. He's also going to go flying.
Yeah. And how much
Down.
damage are you going to do to him? 3?
3. Yeah.
Okay.
Then my last action is to swing at the...
The mist pylon.
Or do I draw into the flame here? No, I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to fast forward the deck and potentially find Ancient Evils.
Yeah.
I think we get it next turn. So I think I'm just going to...
Yeah.
So again, I'll be 9 to 2.
2. So up 7. All right. Succeed by 5. You'll do 3 damage. 4 damage to this thing, right? No.
4 damage. Yep.
4
you're
damage.
right, 4
Yep.
damage. Yep. Okay, cool. Let me grab that.
Nice, dude. So we have 2 damage left on this guy.
Then we are done.
Okay. Hunter's gonna hunt, dude.
This guy tries to go towards the broken mist pylon, or the unbroken mist pylon. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we can move this guy like...
We move him
Let's
to
shoot
the outer
all-
ring. This guy will move around the outer ring.
Yep.
And I
then this
believe
guy
that's
will
it.
this way also. This guy also hunts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shuffle top card. When you deal any amount of damage, I did have to shuffle technically into my deck.
Okay.
Smashing that other guy.
Yeah.
Done.
You're right.
So now we are done with that. So we go to upkeep.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm possessed.
As soon as I have a window open, I
Yep.
can heal it.
Cool.
So
Then we add another dude. He's gonna come out
on us.
on
because
us,
there's
actually,
one
right?
Here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then we
Do bad cards.
do bad cards. Yep.
And I will get Peril. Draw the top card of the Techly deck and resolve its effects. Shuffle it into any investigator's deck. All right. I'm gonna grab that. It's gonna be take a damage. Okay. Take a damage. I'm gonna put that in your deck.
Okay.
All right.
My Mesh Vapors. I'm going to shuffle the top 2 cards of the Techly deck into my deck. I don't want to lose actions just in case.
Yep. Okay.
Then now, if I go first, right, I can
Yep.
hammer this, then hammer that, and still have 1 action left.
Yeah, I think so.
Or you evade this, you try to get clues, and then if a boss comes out, I have all my actions.
Let
Maybe
me
we
do
can-
that. Let me do that.
Okay, I think
I like
that's
that
So
better.
you have 4 actions, right? So at the beginning of your turn, I'm going to fast action, Cinna's medical kit, and heal you for 1 horror.
Sweet.
Clearing possessed.
Oh, at the end of this is important. At the end of my turn, I had moved so much. I'm gonna get $1.
Yes, yes.
Hey, that was really important. Okay.
Okay. Yes, that is very important. Good call.
Okay, I'm gonna break and enter this.
That seems just phenomenal. Yeah, this is
Okay, I'm an 11 to 2, so I'm up 9 on this. All right, cool. Succeed by 7.
So that evades this as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in case this matters. Then
I get a clue, which I'm gonna turn into damage.
2 damage. Okay.
Yep.
So then that smashes this.
Yep.
In which case, then at the end of the round, that's right. We actually have to do our whole round.
Okay.
So if I don't know what you want to do, I'm going to be clearing my haunted as 2 of my actions, or if you have 2 actions you don't care about, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, let's see. I broke and entered, so I have 3 actions left. I will use 2 of them to get rid of your haunted.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I don't think we're doing anything else. We're just sort of holding up, right?
Yeah. Get money.
So I will get $1, dude.
Cool. Because what you doing that does is now I can play well prepared.
Yep.
For 2. What else do I need to do here? This is where actually you know what? I don't need my other 2 actions. Why don't you just take 2 more bucks and I'll spend my 2 actions on it?
Okay.
Now I think about it. Because that's all I need to do.
Oh, well, instead of $2, I'll get $1 and play 20 round and bust, dude.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. 4, 9, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to stop there, everybody. So I'm going to get $6. And then let's see what happens here. All right, I would have busted. There you go.
Okay, so then, yeah, we end our turn.
Yep.
So what's annoying actually is, these are going to come in and hit us.
Are they gonna come? They're gonna come in and hit?
Well, this one right here says, hold on. End of the enemy phase. So this one comes in and doesn't hit us.
Yeah.
Because he comes in at the end of the enemy phase.
Yeah.
This one actually does come in and hunt and hit one of us, because he's a hunter.
Okay.
So if I take that, I'll stop 1 of the physical damage.
Yep.
And I'll just take 1 and 1.
Okay. All right, all those guys ready.
All those guys ready. Didn't we have like one other dude who was moving somewhere?
But then that guy gets put on somebody though.
That's true. We can put him on me. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, and then we do upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Or no,
yeah,
we do act.
No, that's the end of the round. Technically, upkeep is before the end of the round, so we do upkeep first.
We do upkeep and then we do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, upkeep.
Okay.
Now it's the end of the round, so we advance the act.
Yes.
Okay, so Act 3B, Self-Destruction. The facility shakes to its very core. Without the mist pylons powering the structure, the nameless entity that resides within is free, and its days are numbered, as are yours. The mountain groans and trembles, threatening to collapse all around you. Set all but 3 copies of the Nameless Madness aside. Each investigator loses all their clues. Remove each location except for the Gate of Yaqua from the game. Investigators and copies of the Nameless Madness are not defeated by this effect. All the other cards at those locations are discarded. Put the 4 set-aside Titanic ramp locations into play in a straight line to the right of the Gate of Yaqua. Put the set-aside Hidden Tunnel location into play to the right of the rightmost Titanic ramp. Place each investigator and each remaining copy of the Nameless Madness in play at the leftmost Titanic ramp. Remove the agenda deck from the game and advance to the set-aside Final Mirage. It is both the current act and the current agenda. So I can reread that, all of that. There's a lot there.
So to make sure I'm getting this right, though, these enemies on me will get discarded. Right?
Yes.
So discarded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
all other cards at those locations are discarded.
So then here's the gate. I go find the Titanic ramps.
Yep. So put the 4 set-aside Titanic ramp locations into play in a straight line to the right of the Gate of Yaqua.
Okay, so I'm shuffling these. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yep. All right. Put the set aside hidden tunnel location into play to the right of the rightmost ramp.
Okay, hidden tunnel.
Place each investigator and each remaining copy of the Nameless Madness in play at the leftmost Titanic ramp.
The leftmost Titanic ramp.
Yeah.
Okay, so the gate, we never even like opened it. Okay, this is just the card we saw earlier.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just here's a marker. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So then this, and then these 3 Nameless Madness that are left are here.
Yep, are on us. Then remove the agenda deck from the game and advance to the set aside final mirage. It is both the current act and agenda. So that's gone. All right. And we lost all of our clues, right? Yeah, we didn't have any to begin with.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Yep.
All right, so there's our thing.
All right, the final mirage. The nameless madness gains hunter. When one or more doom would be put into play, instead spawn one set-aside copy of the nameless madness at the leftmost investigator's location. Objective is to run, so I guess we just want to make its way the way out.
Okay, we only have 4 Tekalies left, which means we're gonna be drawing a lot of Tekalies, me in particular. But
yeah,
that was the end of the round. So now we
have to do a doom.
So 1 comes out immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
And then we do bad cards.
For that, just making sure I understand. We also need to flip this location we're on to see what it is.
Oh, right. Okay, Titanic Ramp. Force Shroud to clue the left. Titanic Ramp is connected to the locations to its left and right. As an additional cost for you to leave, you have to test foot 1. If you fail, cancel the effects of remove. Any investigator at a location or connecting location may spend 1 clue to have you automatically succeed at this test. Which is why we don't have any clues. Okay, got it.
So, let's draw bad cards, but I think I see what we need to do here.
Right. Now, how does things like Scout Ahead work for us here?
The way this would work is we still would have to test this, and if you fail it, you just can't leave.
But can you safeguard with me?
Yeah, I'd safeguard with you, and I'd take the test, but if I fail, I wouldn't come with you.
Oh, I see.
So 3 times enemies do not engage you during this movement. And this says additional cost for you to leave test foot 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, though, let's just get these clues. Let's just take care of this.
Okay.
Like,
let's
bad cards first.
Let's do bad cards first. Yeah. I got Primordial Evil. Okay.
Ancient Evils.
So you get another idiot.
Yeah, we already have. That's a rough start to this, but I think we're okay.
Yeah. So how many do we have up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Yeah, we should have 3 to start. We got 1 from the Doom and 1 from Ancient Evils. So if I go first, right, I can hammer all of them really hard. I can.
Yeah, you can hammer them back to the gate.
Can I? Oh, I can actually move them, can't I?
Oh wait, these guys are elite though, so you can move. You can definitely move this Primordial Evil.
Yeah, I think I'll hammer the Primordial Evil. Although I might just want to kill it to just like.
Oh right, yeah.
Here, so let me. I think I go first. I think I know what I do here. Let me try this, okay? Let me see how this is worded. Okay. 1, I hammer this Primordial Evil. I'm gonna do it on you because I need my actions. If that's all right.
Okay. That's fine.
My attack is 11 to 3. I'm up 8. Are you okay with that?
Succeed by 6.
By 6. Okay, so I'm gonna deal 3 to him.
Okay.
It does put a Tekali into my deck, which is great.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna hammer him back.
Okay, that sounds great.
Action 2, I'm gonna hammer one of these Nameless Madness.
Okay.
This time I will use. No, I won't use that. So -4. So I'm 11 minus 4
is 7.
7.
So you succeed by 5.
So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Okay. My last action is going to be to do Drawn to the Flame.
Oh, okay.
So I will pick up these 2. First, I'll draw a card.
Yeah, first draw a card. Ancient
Evils. That's really
annoying.
It's it's kind of obnoxious. But that's okay. It's just like
Okay,
one.
so another idiot comes out then.
Yeah, I just put him out. I put him out.
Oh, you put him out, right?
Now what this does is it means you can just start moving forward, and I, because I have lower foot value, I can always just spend a clue to auto, which I will definitely do for this first one. So like, you can evade this guy if you want, like to prevent you from taking
some damage, getting hit for 1-1.
Yeah. Do you want to do that, or do you want to just move on?
I think I'm going to evade him. I'm a 6 to a 2. I'm up 4. Actually, I could do a Eon's Chart evade move.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's actually evade. Yeah, evade move's great.
Yep.
I like that.
So the whole use $1 for Twine into Eon's Chart. I'm going to do an evade first and a move. The evade is... It's only a 6 to a 2, so I'm up 4. Do I throw the field work?
I'd maybe throw the scout ahead almost. I mean, I don't know. I think like because of how this works, it seems like we might get caught up. I think just
that's true. That's true. It's going to be a test every time. So I'm up 6.
Okay.
-4, so I succeed by 2.
He's evaded.
He is evaded. All right, so that's my first action. Oh wait, no, that's and then I move. And I attempt to move with the Eon's Chart, so I test foot 1. So I'm a 6 to a 1. I'm up 5.
I think you just go for it. Yeah.
That's a -3, but I draw the top card of the Techly deck, so...
Jeez, it's almost empty.
I know. If it's your turn, lose an action. Okay, so I lose an action. I haven't taken an action yet, so it's okay.
That's true.
Okay.
But you succeed.
I succeed.
I'm going to move, and I'm definitely going to spend... Well, hold on. What am I at here? Just a second. My test value, I'm a 3. I could...
plus this, dude. We haven't been using it.
I know. Well, I use it. I used it earlier. The couple times I evaded with Elia.
Okay.
5. I'll go to 5. I think I'm going to try to not use a clue on this one. I'm going to just be up.
Up 4.
4? Can you throw me like... I don't know, because fieldwork... Are you going to have time to fieldwork here?
I don't know if I'm going to have time to play it. I can just pitch it to you. It's the only one I have in my deck.
You could actually literally play it like right now. So no, I'm just going to try being up. You know what? I'm not going to risk this time. I'm actually just going to go and spend one of my 2 clues to make sure I follow you right now.
Okay.
This is the most important time. I'm just going to auto pass this test.
Okay, auto pass that test. Okay, this was all part of my free Eon's Chart move. So,
let me flip this.
All right, Titanic Grab number 2, 2 Shroud, 2 Clue. As an additional cost to leave, you must test foot 3. If you fail, cancel the effects to remove any investigator at your location, or connect range between 1 clue. Oh my god. Okay.
So no, this is a good. I think this is a good opportunity to play fieldwork and then try to get like a clue or something.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yep. So I'm gonna spend $2. I'm gonna play fieldwork. That's my second action because my first one was negated from Techly.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get a clue with lockpicks with my third action.
I like this.
I'm on 11, 2, 2. All right, 11 to 2. All right, so I succeed by 4.
Take that off. You
I got a clue. I have one more action left.
I think maybe just try to
get it. So it's Shroud 2, dude. I'm gonna try to just.
Yeah. I think this is a good time to get that.
Yeah. I'm a 5, so I'm up 3. Should I throw Leo DeLuca? To be up 4?
Okay, the other alternate option is you could just play your lockpicks and then have 2 online. Are we even going to need that many?
Are we gonna need the Trusty Bullwhip?
This pattern keeps up.
Dude, I'm gonna play lockpicks. I think I like this.
No, actually, no, I forgot. I think Bullwhip's going to be more important potentially.
Okay.
Just in case
the just in case of it.
Yeah, I don't think we did. I think maybe you do. Just try to get the clue, or just walk us out. No, I think getting the clue is good. Yeah, and I can pitch you a 6th Sense, which will give you +1.
What, for the clue? Okay.
Yeah, sure. As long as you're getting the clue, we're good.
Yeah, I'm a 5 to I'm a 3. You gave me that, so I'm up 4.
Lockpicks.
Was that?
Lockpicks. Pitch lockpicks.
I'm up 5.
Yeah, there you go. That's the number.
That's the number, baby. -3. There you go. I got another clue.
All right. So we between us have 3 clues remaining.
Yep.
If this pattern holds up, and you're able to not use a clue, and I do need to use a clue,
Yep.
then we can just head up there, right?
Yep.
Okay. So then now we enemy phase. This guy moves.
Yep. And then these guys already. Hey,
Already.
Charpy in chat. What's up?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Then we are upkeeping.
We are upkeeping.
There's a tech leak. Take a damage.
I took a damage from a tech healing.
Both do. Then I put that one there. Okay. Then the doom happens and it puts the
to the left of the investigators.
No, at our location.
Oh,
the
at the leftmost
investigator.
investigator location.
You actually have one dude on us. Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Cool. Then yeah.
Then we back
back cards. Yep.
All right, Peril. Draw the top card of the tech lead deck. All right. Top card is discard a card at random from your hand. Okay, it's gonna be Leo DeLuca.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on.
And then whose deck do you want to put that in?
I have to put that into somebody's.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll put that in my deck, whatever. Okay.
I get Madness Spin, test 4 for each point you fill by, shuffle the top card in there. I'll pitch the Safeguard to it. That makes me a 7 to a 4. Do I even need to use Well Prepared on this? I have 2 Well Prepared. I'll use 1 on this.
Okay.
So that makes me a 9 to a 4.
Okay.
Okay, pass. Nothing's broken, so boom. All right. So now I go first. I can do a giant hammer on all these things.
Yep.
And then just start moving ahead to see what's new. You want
Yeah,
to do that?
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. I'm gonna do. I probably should have kept that 6 cents just in case, but that's okay. I'm just gonna hammer them with. I'm gonna take a couple actions at it if I even need it. So
Okay.
I'll be a 11 to a 2. There's not a seal nor miss pylon, so I succeed by 9.
By 8. Yeah.
Okay. That was
Wait.
action 1. Action 2, I'm going to move, and when I do, I'm going to spend one of your clues to move me. Is that okay?
Can you do that? It's any investigator? Yep. Yep.
At your location or a connecting location.
Yep.
you spend
So I will happily use mine. Yep.
Then I think I can just wait here for you at this point.
Okay.
I can try to get a clue. I can even break my +5 skill value to try to get like a clue. I'd be
It'd be sweet if you got a clue. Yeah.
8 to a 3. I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna be. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 8 to a 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna break this. So I'm up 5.
Yep. All right. Sweet. You got a clue?
I get my. Oh my god, a clue. Done.
Okay.
And then that would wait. I attacked, moved. Yeah, done. Okay, you're go.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to move. I'm a 6 to a 3 at the test. I can take the test, and if I fail, I can just pen the clue, right?
Additional cost. If you fail, cancel the effects. So automatically succeeded this test. I think that you either take the test or you have to pay to auto succeed. I don't think you can take the test first.
Okay. I will pay to auto succeed just because it's a 3. It's fine. But I'm also gonna spend I'm gonna do the Eon's chart thing though. So I'm gonna spend
Okay.
$1 to do a move and investigate. I will spend the clue to auto succeed for the move, and then I'll do the investigate. So I will do the investigate here with some lockpicks. 11 to 3, I'm up 8. -2, so I will get that clue.
Okay. Then.
All right, and now I have 4 actions left. I'm going to try to move. I'm going to do a foot 2 test, right?
Yeah, you test yours, and I'll auto spend if I can go with you. I think.
Okay. Oh, I could have field worked on the last one, but I can't do field work now. Okay.
That's okay. I think it might be good in here anyway.
Yeah. So I'm a 6 to a 2. I'm up 4. -1. All right, succeed by 3, so I get to move.
I go with you, and I'll spend a clue to make sure I go with you.
Okay. As an additional cost to leave, do a foot 4 test. Okay, so it's a 2 shroud here. Or 1 shroud.
1 shroud.
So I have 3 actions left, is that right?
Your first 2 actions were free. That action right there costs 1, so yeah, you have 3 left.
Yeah, I have 3 actions left. We are going to attempt to investigate. We are a 5 to a 1. We're up 4. Oh, we can field work.
Now you field work, yeah. Now would be when you field
Yep,
work.
I'm up 6. -5, so I will get a clue.
Nice. Okay. Now I think we
you know what? I could move us and,
let's
spend clues to auto succeed.
So I'll spend mine, and you can spend yours.
Okay. So, all right.
We didn't read any of these. Hold on. We'll read. So the Titanic ramp says connect location to the left. Over our former trail back to the city, along ice-sunken megalithic corridors to the great open circle, and up that archaic spiral ramp, in a frenzied automatic plunge for the sane outer air and light of day. We're running. What's this one say? Hidden tunnel.
Thank heaven we did not slacken our run. The curling mist had thickened again and was driving ahead with increased speed, whilst the straying penguins in our rear were squawking and screaming. Sweet, dude.
Dude. Oh, penguin coming out right now would have sucked, by the way.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hidden tunnel, 5 shroud, no clue. It's connected to a location on its left. If each undefeated investigator is at hidden tunnel, advance the act. So we just advanced the act, dude. We're here.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, then we flip this, right?
Yeah. Dude, Act 4B, Nameless Reckoning. You emerge from the tunnel, daylight blinding you as the sun peeks out from behind the jagged mountain tops in the distance. Behind you, the entity rushes toward the exit. You prepare yourself for the end, the wall of mist, miasma, and madness, feeling much like an oncoming train. Check the campaign log. If all 5 mist pylons were collapsed and Dr. Kensler has a plan, we go to Resolution 1, baby.
There it is.
Oh, this is it. We get Resolution 1. Dude, I'm so happy we invested so hard on Kensler.
Me too.
Dude, it's so good. All right, Resolution 1. Suddenly there's a blast of warm air and a sound like a tremendous exhalation. The air shimmers with the distortion of a mirage, and you watch in shock as the rushing miasma suddenly recoils. It collapses upon itself and retreats back into the mountainside just as the avalanche begins. Bright blue cracks spread rapidly along the walls. Without the pylons, the integrity of not just the facility within the mountain, but the entire city is compromised. The icy floor cracks open. The cyclopean architecture of the alien city begins to sink into the snow. Then you hear it, the roaring engine of an airplane overhead. The last of Takata's 3 planes soars over the city, and familiar shouts echo through the ancient ruinous streets. There they are, by the tunnel, quickly! 2 sledges slide into view, pulled by the remainder of the dogs Elia left at the barrier camp, and manned by several members of the crew of the Theodosia. You cannot hold back your surprise or joy at the sight. They motion frantically for you to join them, their gazes fixed on the collapsing mountain. At the last possible second, you hear another voice emanating from within the tunnel. Wait! Dr. Kensler emerges from the darkness, waving and hollering. Wait for me! She hops onto the sledge, and together you race off into the foothills as the city collapses into the ice behind you. One of the crewmates explains that they fix up the last of the airplanes and decide to use it to look for you, even knowing the risks. When we spotted you entering that huge cavern without most of your gear, we thought you might need a rescue. Didn't expect that to be quite literal, he says. You tell him his timing couldn't be more perfect. The moment you make it back to the ice shelf, Dr. Kensler instructs the crew to prepare for departure. You barely even break down the barrier camp. It doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is getting out of this place with your lives intact, and with all the evidence you have found, of course. But still, you have questions. Once safely aboard the Theodosia, you confront Dr. Kensler and ask her what she did back in the facility. The entity was chasing you, and then, suddenly, I told you, it's not a living creature, she explains. As such, it cannot be killed. At least, not by our standards. But it has some semblance of sentience, yes? It knows our desires, our hopes, our fears. You note aloud that Dr. Kensler is using the present tense. She clenches her jaw. The slightest hint of distortion wavers in the air around her. I made a deal, she whispers. It was the only way. In your campaign log, record that the nameless madness is contained safely within its host, for now. In the expedition team section, the campaign log, cross off Dr. Kensler's name. In its place, write the entity.
Oh no.
Oh no. In your
Contained.
campaign log, record the survivors of the expedition were ... and list the names of each member of the expedition team who was not crossed off, along with each surviving investigator's name. Each investigator earns XP equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. Each investigator earns 10 bonus XP as they saved reality from an unspeakable fate, and the investigators win the campaign. Dude, we straight up won that campaign. Ooh, there's an epilogue, but I don't know. They didn't tell us to read that, right?
I think you always read the epilogue,
Okay.
unless it tells you somewhere else.
All right, check the campaign log. In order, read each of the following entries only if the investigators won the campaign and the listed team members survived. So, Rolled and Avery Claypool, no, they're dead. Kensler and Singha, nope, she's the entity and she died. Dyer and Danforth, nope, Dyer died. Takata and Cookie, they both died. If Alaya and the investigators are the only survivors. So I guess we read this one, right?
Get that one, yep.
Yeah, baby. Elias sits next to the railing near the bow of the ship.
Hold on, no, he isn't. We do have one more survivor.
Oh, we have Danforth, too.
We have Danforth. We don't actually get to read that.
No!
Which sucks.
No!
That's stupid. Danforth needed to die.
Yeah, Danforth needed to die.
True ending. I don't
He
know.
was so close to death, too, dude. We kept saving him. We kept saving him.
We don't get to read any of the epilogue. That's a load of crap.
Damn it.
Okay.
Dude, that
Okay.
was a good one.
Dude,
That was a
you hard carried
long-last
that.
scenario.
You did so much of the work, man. I spent so much of that just digging with my hammer, and thank God I got it before the end. But like,
Dude,
the whole
if
rest
you
of
had the
that-
hammer much earlier, man, it would have been so much easier.
Yeah. I really needed to put a second with my deck, and I was 1 XP shy that
Yeah.
last mission.
But yeah, I was struggling until I got both my allies and the Eon's chart going.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
really
mean,
need all
it
those
took you a
tools
while.
up.
But yeah, I mean, you did great even without them. Once you found them, you got super online.
Yeah. Arkham
just-
Librarian says, I've only been able to read one epilogue entry in a bunch of playthroughs. Oh, man.
I believe it, like with how specific they are.
Yeah, they
That's,
are. It's like you have to get them in pairs, and there's so much RNG in the beginning about who can survive.
Yeah.
That it's, Ice and Death Part 2 is like where
Die
they're
for
all
sure.
scattered and you're trying to find them again.
Yeah. That's basically if you do one guarantees dies like right at the beginning because of the plane crash.
Yeah.
If you go and you do a couple Ice and Death, another one dies, and then one dies in mission 2 on the mountain for sure.
Yep.
So for sure 2 are dying, and it's likely at least 3, and then from there.
Yeah, and then later on, whoever's not resolute will die.
Yeah. That's crazy how many die. Like you, God, I mean, I think I'm trying to see like you could potentially. I think that you can get out with only 2 dying. I think we got out with 3 dying because we didn't do mission 4A. We only did mission 4B, so we didn't have one of them die there.
Right.
But we had the plane crash one. No, we had 3. Yeah, we had the plane crash one. We had the second one in Ice and Death because we did all 3 of those, and then we had one in mission 2.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the best you can do.
Yeah, 3 of 9. Yeah, so you ended with like 6 people. Like we ended
Which is-
with like 3, and then Kensler, man, made that deal. Why'd you make that deal?
Kensler is not who we thought she was. Like that's actually really funny because we won,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if she
Yeah.
did the right thing, which is kind of cool.
And then thank you so much for the raid. Assassin is Dark rating, but you're rating at a really odd time because we literally
Right.
just wrapped up our campaign. But if you want to see what the board looked like at the end, here's what the board looked like. We had a good ass time playing Edge of the Earth. We were sort of talking about the end game here, where it got really hairy, real nasty, but it was really, really fun. Dude, I really like this campaign, and I think this campaign, I think of the campaigns that we've played so far on stream, this one might have the best replayability, because there's just so many different decisions that you make. Exactly what you're talking about, like how to save all your expedition team members. It's like choosing not to go into the other parts. So maybe starting at shelter 8 in the first scenario means like you don't have to do much else. You don't exactly have to do the Fatal Mirage stuff, so you can like lessen the frost tokens in the bag too. Like there's like so many different things that you can choose.
Yeah.
Yes, we did win Assassin is Dark, and we are very happy about that because I think we're like kind of like 50-50 on winning in Arkham.
Dude, actually, you know what? I have to bring this up, man. For all those people who think we have terrible luck, we did not draw a single tentacle, nor did we double frost token with 5 frost tokens in the bag. And I know that I got at least 3 stars, and you got at least 1. Yep. So we had incredible token
luck. We actually
luck.
got incredible chaos bag luck today.
That was like statistically just bonkers.
Yeah, it's sort of unlike our usual stuff, and like there wasn't many tests where we really pitched a ton of cards, like really invested in, and didn't get a test.
Yeah, there was that one big test where I pitched exactly 5 that it was like, oh thank God. But yeah, I just checked the bag to make sure the tentacle's in there, and it sure is, and all 5 frost tokens are in there. That's I doubted it for a second because I can't believe that. That was crazy. That was actually crazy.
Dude, this is like, yeah, I feel really good about this scenario. Like, I just felt pretty solid. We started slow, but there was enough time. There was enough time here to do things. Yeah. I think you getting upgraded Safeguard, like, changed our whole world as far as how we were able to move around these maps. These maps are big, man. Like... Everything in Edge of the Earth has been a really big map. And welcome to the best camp on Twitch, Assassin Dark. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, but dude, yeah, playing Monty Jack specifically in this campaign with the fact that he gets all this movement, Scout Ahead, Eon's Chart, Leo DeLuca, like getting all that stuff online. The nimbles are huge in the deck. Yeah, the movement is real big. Like action economy, man, so good.
I can't believe how much free movement I got with you. I mean, like if we went back and counted it, I had to move like at least 50 spaces just with Safeguard alone.
Easy.
Like that's crazy.
It's really nuts. And I think in the last, it's almost like, I think you've had it online ever since you put it in your deck, the Safeguard.
Yeah, that's why I was running 2 of them. I mean, like I knew how important it was. And it made it just so easy. And like both of you and I could handle enemies so easily between evade and whenever I did draw 6th Sense, it made it super easy for me to get clues too. So we ended up being like kind of hybridy, like
in a very odd way, considering that like I so quickly dropped all of my damage. Like I had like Small Favor and Backstab, I think. In my deck in the very beginning, like dropped those so early because I was like, this is completely unnecessary. If I can just evade, then I don't need to actually deal the damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair. And
but,
I mean,
you're drawn to the flames, and your 6th Sense did a lot of work. That drawn to flame at the end there to get the clues so that you can auto pass those tests to move with me was perfect. Yeah.
I was like, this is the time, man. Like, I figured that being able to know that I could, like, dodge 2 of those tests easy was, like, great. So, yeah.
I do like the flavor of the last, the Titanic ramps. It's, like, depending on, like, how it goes, like, you could get it to it actually ramps in difficulty to, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be really crazy. But the idea of the flavor is just, like, you have to have good footwork to run through this area. Like, it makes sense, right? So, like, every now and then they'll do stuff like that where I'm just like, that's cool. Like, that's pretty damn cool. And, man, the rewards for choosing the right seals, which were so random to us in part 1, dude, we just picked the seals that we could do tests for, and they just happened to be really good for us.
That seal with the extra damage for, like, every time you got the clue was massive.
Because it was ×2 in speed.
That one was far and away like the most important one. Like if I was playing this and I was wanting to min-max it, like that seal
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was probably the one that went off of the book stat, just based on how it worked.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. Man, that one was incredible.
Yeah, I think it was a book test. I think it was like a book test to get and a book test to activate. Yeah.
And I think the punch one is the one that mitigated the damage for us, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the last one. What would that last one, if we turned it on, have done?
Well, the corrupted. Hold on. Yeah, the double C one. What did that do? I forget what that did. Hold on.
Because we didn't turn it on, but because that was one where it was like, hey, that'd be cool, but we don't have time for it, and I don't think it's going to be like the make or break point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might have moved it. Oh. The shroud value got reduced by 2.
Okay, so
that's actually really good too. So
that could have been big.
That could have been big. The other one was the 3 dots over the C. You get +1 to each of your skills while you're at a miss pylon.
Okay.
That's free pump. And the last one was if you have the trident, each enemy gets -2 fight, -2 evade while it is at a miss pylon. So the enemies are actually 0/0s.
Oh yeah.
The Nameless Madness will be 0/0s if you did the trident.
Yeah, that would be. In 2-player, they're extra bad. Yeah. Okay. So you don't even have to. You could even anything but a tentacle actually passes on them. Yeah. Which is pretty funny.
That's actually really funny. The trident was one of the ones that we almost got.
Yeah. We could have if we'd changed things like a little bit and how we handled it.
No, it was like that was the one where like if we spent all our money and got rid of all our cards or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We just didn't have time to do it. But yeah, this was really cool. Yeah, exactly. If you want to min-max, it's like knowing what those seals are is like real kind of big. And then by the end, it's like juggling what survivors you have if you wanted to read a certain epilogue.
Yeah. That was what I wanted to see what happened with Kensler. I'm glad we at least saw that. But like otherwise, I mean, God, I actually getting to officially read those epilogues would be insane. Like Arkham Librarian saying, like
it just kills me now because it's like had we had that knowledge, it's like Danforth could have died anytime in that scenario. You know, he didn't even have any more charges, man. We didn't need him anymore.
Also, you can read about whatever's going along with Elia and just us and Elia hanging out.
Yeah. It would have been great. It would have felt really awesome to get to an epilogue, but oh well.
Dude, you know, actually, what I just realized would be a really cool thing for them to maybe do, like, if the game's ever wrapping up and they're done with it, for them to create, like, a single mission to add to every campaign that you only get if you've, like, beaten them. Because every campaign, if you look at it, this is the first campaign that actually, like, it gives you, like, 10 XP and only good things. But, like, the first campaign was, like, you get 2 physical trauma, 2 mental trauma, and, like, it's awful. But it would be cool for them to do, like, it'd be cool for them to actually do like an 8-part campaign or an 8-mission campaign, 6-mission campaign that's like, if you have this in your campaign log, and the only thing that could be, the only way you could get it is to have finished a campaign and done a thing, so like the entity is locked away for now, and like, you know, something, because right now nothing in the game that exists references anything from the campaign log that you record in the very last mission, to my knowledge.
I always wonder about that whole, why even tell you to put things in your campaign log at the end? Because you're not going any further. I guess it's just for like completionist sake, right?
It's for completion reasons, and I do also wonder if it's future-proofing, man. I do wonder, because what they could do that would be really cool, right, is think about every time you go to like Gen Con, they do the special Gen Con mission or whatever, right? It's a side story, but what you could do is they could make it so that certain side stories, like, actually reference those things. Yeah. And you could throw that side story in, like, after a campaign.
Yeah.
Just to see some extra crap. It could be really fun. That could be a cool idea.
That would be so cool. I think that would be really, really fun, right? It's just like, yeah, it's just some random side stories, like, it's not really great on its own, but if you play it after you did, like, I don't know, Forgotten Age or something like that, it's just like, oh, suddenly it's like the best, like, yeah, because it's like now you harness the power of the snakes or something, you know, like there's something really crazy that happens.
So cool.
Charpy and Chad says love the partner mechanic. The replay options on this campaign is insane. Dude, yeah, I do like the partners. They were really great. I mean, for the two that we were particularly playing, so Monterey Jack and Lily Chen, we really sort of felt like, I think there was only like 2 or 3 that I really ever wanted to play. Like Dyer was like, if I could have taken Dyer to the end, I definitely would have taken Dyer to the end. But he was like the first dead, so like it was like forget it.
Right away.
Yeah,
I was so
then,
for us when that happened.
Yeah.
I was like,
I just in the very beginning too, when we lost Dyer, you're like, oh no. You're like, I don't know, man.
I think
you're gonna be taking a lot of hard, dude.
Yeah, that one was scary because when I played, like I also played Monty, and I did use Dyer all the way up to the end, and it was like great. So
yeah, but and Charpy was saying the same thing. Like, yeah, Claypool. So Claypool's the one that also prevents the frost, and so dude, he was the second. Like once Dyer was gone, I was like, Claypool, you're my dude, and then Claypool died like immediately, and I was like, God.
Yeah. You had a rough time, man.
Yeah.
Like everybody you hung out with, they couldn't make it through a mission. Like
no, exactly. But I gotta say, Danforth by the end game, like he wasn't great in the beginning because we didn't have a lot of technically decks and the weaknesses in the beginning of the campaign. But by the end, when we were like starting those campaigns with like 4 to 6 in our deck, it's like, oh, Danforth rocks.
Yep. He was so good. You're drawing 3 cards and then making whatever you do get discarded. Like, feels so. No.
Yeah.
They're all well designed. All the characters are really cool. Like Takata was the only one who felt weaker, but like that's only because we had the money we needed to start. Like if you actually went into this mission, into this campaign, planning to like use Takata and be like, okay, I'm gonna get a really expensive deck, and I'm gonna take Takata because she can like provide me $9 within the first 3 turns of the game. You pull off some sick things, I bet.
Oh, for sure, dude. It'd be really good. Be amazing, actually. Especially because it's like I just played the Dark Matter campaign with Justin from Playing Board Games, his channel, and it was just amazing to see. He played a Trish Scarborough deck, like big money Trish Scarborough. He had like Unscrupulous Loan, he had 3 Easy Marks, he had 2 Hot Streaks, he had the Black Fan and Well Connected. and so he was just like rocking so many actions, and then he was just like tapping Well Connected and getting like +5 on his like skill tests when he needed them, and I was like, this is just like, it's amazing, it's so good. He was just getting all this money. So like if you're going like a money deck like that, or like for some reason if for some reason you're playing like Preston, a Fairmont or whatever, you can like put Takata in and like have some fun and like gain a bunch of money.
Cool.
Arkham Librarian says the partners can really help with the weaknesses of your characters. For example, taking Kenzler if your book sucks. Kenzler starts with book 5, but if you get her Resolute, then she's book 6, which is pretty awesome for a base thing. Yeah,
it is. And same with Elia. I mean, he had the base 5 and that goes up to 6. And you're right. You can either play it that way. I mean, I think that's generally the right way to play it, is to have the partners fix your weaknesses.
Charpy is saying that was playing Nate Cho, and so Takata was perfect. Yeah, because Nate, a Guardian, classic example. It's like all your stuff's real expensive. I remember like when I played Nate in our Return to the Core Set campaign. Like I was always like, great, now I have like 2 Greet Wagners in my deck that I can never play.
So expensive. Yep, Guardian can be so expensive. No, it's true. That would be really nice with the right Guardian build, which is kind of what I was doing. I mean, I was doing like the Guardian purple, but same idea. However, Ever Vigilant saves you so much money. Like
it's so good. I love the card, the Stick to the Plan Ever Vigilant, but it's rough because it's so good that like it's almost like an auto include. Which is like what we feel about the Hammer too, right? It's just like, it's just so good. Why wouldn't you pick it up? And I don't know how I feel about cards that are just like that good. They've done a pretty good job of nerfing a lot of those over time. Ever Vigilant and Stick to the Plan, I think, is like right on the cusp, because
it is like a healthy XP.
You have to invest heavily into
Right.
it. Yeah.
And it's not like it in and of itself breaks the game, but it's just so efficient that it's really hard to not do it. Whereas the hammer, I do think, feels like something that's so strong that they're just going to have to do it, nerf it in the next update, which, I'm interested to see what that ends up looking like, because we haven't heard anything new. I mean, the third return to Carcosa, or just like they're going and redoing each campaign with the rebuilds, the Carcosa one's announced now. The Dunwich has come out, the core box and Dunwich have come out, the Carcosa one's coming out soon. We haven't seen whatever's next. And granted, I mean, that's because normally a cycle would take 6 months.
Yep.
So it's not like we're behind, but it feels like we're behind because everything came out front loaded.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's like, it feels like it's been forever since something new. And
it's like it hasn't. It really hasn't been that long. It's been only a few months. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm very interested to see where they go. I mean, with Gen Con coming up in a few months, I'm kind of surprised they haven't announced something for that yet. I mean, historically, that's what they did. Like, I haven't actually played Machinations yet, which is the one from last year that I found my hands on. So I still need to try that one. That one sounded cool. It sounded like it had all this like time travel mechanics, and like it looked like it might have some pretty good replayability. So,
okay, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Arkham Librarian says, I want to see what they do with Return to Dream Eaters.
Yeah. I love the Return to boxes, and that's actually I kind of hinted at this, but we were setting up this Iron Man. Me and Slimpy and Dylan, the other two guys I play with, we're going and doing like a weekend. We're going to play all the way through Return to Circle Undone because we haven't yet.
Yeah,
and,
nice.
I love those Return Tos. I feel like the boxes are really great. They're a lot of fun. They make them even more replayable and more interesting. So yeah, I can't wait to see Dream Eaters either, because that's another cool campaign. It's great.
Yeah, and speaking of campaigns, because we're at the end of this one, we're not going to delve into it too much because we're sort of out of time here. But of the official campaigns, the two that I have not played with Matt yet are Return to Dunwich and Return to Circle. So those are the two. But I think what we're going to try to do, everybody, is take a break from official campaigns and play a really rad fan campaign. The fan campaigns, guys, if you haven't been checking them out, are really, really cool. We've played one. I think did we play only one on the stream? The Alice in Wonderland one? Yeah.
It's only played fully through, yeah.
Yep. So the Alice in Wonderland one is by The Beard is amazingly good. I love it so much. It was so great. And that has a really great replayability as well because of how you can choose to go through that campaign. Very cool if you haven't checked it out. I just played Dark Matter again with Justin, and that was really, really fun. But I think Matt and I, like, for a while now, have been really interested in playing this, like, Arkham Pokemon fan-made campaign.
Pokemon.
Yeah. So that's probably what we're going to do. And if you've been around for a really long time, when we did the Return to Core set campaign, that's when we did a bunch of side missions, and we had a bunch of guests on to hop in sort of like a third hot seat with us and play a bunch of side missions. One of those dudes was a guy that we did the demo with Dead by Daylight last week, is our good guy Dylan. Ferrum in chat, if you recognize him. But we are going to try to get him to play Pokemon with us. It is a campaign that is a little bit less. It's like about 5 scenarios, I think, upwards to 8, depending on what you do. But I think we're going to play that as a little bit of a break from all the official content. And then we'll come back and we'll do Return to Dunwich or Return to Circle Undone after that. Assassin is Dark says, so do Pokemon capture you instead? You get like basically a little Pokemon ally to go with you on your campaign.
Sort of.
And is that right or no?
No. So what it does is like there's a group of 5 investigators that they made, and you don't have to play those, but they synergize with it, and they get this item that's basically like the Eldritch version of a Pokeball. But the thing that's really interesting about it, just to give you a taste, is that whenever you go into a mission, there's a certain amount of Pokemon from a certain biome that are seeded in, and then there are random biomes. And whenever you fight Pokemon as enemies, you can just kill them as enemies, or there are ways to capture them. And if you capture them, then they turn into investigator cards in your deck. And so playing through the campaign, you can actually incorporate it into any campaign. But if you play through that campaign, one of the items that every one of those investigators starts with lets them have basically extra ally slots for Pokemon. And you can kind of build your team. So think of it like what we're doing here in Edge of the Earth, except for you're doing with Pokemon. And they're all just so different and weird. And that's what I thought was really neat, is like every time you capture one, it's a little bit different. And all the bosses are just, I don't know, man. I think it's cool. I thought it was really clever. The art is creepy and insane. It looks like scary stories to tell in the dark, but with Pokemon. So
yeah, the art is really, really cool.
It's neat.
Yeah, so that could be coming to you as early as next Monday. I'm saying this now because our schedules are a little loosey-goosey in the next month or two, because we're coming into the summer, like the spring into the summer, and now we're juggling schedules of 3 people. So it's me, Matt, and now Dylan. And so as we get into the good weather, the way we talked about it in the very, very front of the stream, we're very excited for warm weather, going out there, doing vacations, seeing people, all that kind of stuff. And so our Mondays are not lining up the way they do in the winter.
Sure. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I think I talked to Dylan, and it sounds like he's not going to be available for the next couple weeks, but Lana and I are talking about other things to do, maybe on nights where if he's not around, things will just be fun. So we'll keep you guys in touch with that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, stay tuned to our socials, Twitter, Discord, and stuff like that as we keep you apprised of our schedule. But dude, I am very pleased that, first of all, I'm very pleased that we took the mulligan on Heart of Madness Part 1, and then we kept Dr. Kensler alive, and that we were able to finish out this campaign, and we were rewarded for it. It feels great to like get a win, like an official win on Arkham. Feels awesome, dude. I feel great.
Yeah, it feels good to get this win. We needed this for a while, so this is especially on hard. I mean, I know the mulligan's there, but like I like it, man. I do like the idea, because we actually technically didn't need the mulligan to keep going. We didn't die.
No. Yeah, we would have lost Danforth and Kensler. You know what? We would have lost Danforth and Kensler, and then we would have got the Allied epilogue, dude.
Yeah, that would have exactly what happened. No, that's true. That's very true. So, but yeah, we'll talk more about that, and I think maybe when we begin the next campaign, we'll kind of solidify our mulligan rules now that we've talked to some of you guys and see what you like about the mulligans. And I really like the idea of kind of like it being like a token system where we get like 1 or 2 tokens or something, and we pick when we want to use it, but like, that's our use. So we'll see.
Yeah, I do like it that way too. Awesome. All right. It is late, so we gotta say goodbye, even though I'm all amped up from this win and from hanging out with everybody. Dr. Arvark says, thanks, folks. Great show. GG. Charpy saying thanks for the stream. Thanks so much for everybody stopping by and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed our playthrough here and you enjoyed the whole campaign. Again, if you're just joining us now and you want to see the rest of that campaign, it's all up on YouTube and on our Twitch VODs, all that good stuff. You can find all of our previous campaigns on YouTube as well. Stay tuned for Pokemon action with our good friend Dylan. And Matt, do you have anything else to add before we say goodnight?
No, I don't think so, man.
All right. Okay. Peace, good game, everybody. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.